Hello, everybody. Good morning or
What's
afternoon,
good?
depending on where you are in the country or the world, for that matter. What you been up to, Steve?
Living, bro. Hiding under a rock, trying to get my life together. You know the drill.
Yeah. How are things going with the
Um,
store?
Winter is over. I don't care what nobody say. Plants is growing. I ain't scared to ship no more. We are. I'm starting ship boxes out the door. No questions asked. I don't care where you live in America. The first of the month, we shipping. So
So the
people
store
know y'all sliding my DMs, hit me up. I got you, and I have been doing that case by case. But winter is over and stuff is looking good. I
is
got
your
somebody.
is your store
Go ahead.
updated? We can kind of plug it and bring it up and show them what you got.
Yeah, y'all can peruse. If there is something that I've had a brain fart and haven't had a chance to update the inventory, we work it out. Either I'll give your money back or I'll send you something like 10 times more valuable than what you want. We work it out. But yeah, go ahead.
It is up and
Air
running though.
plants. Yeah, Solensias. I got them. If y'all want them, let me know. Because I got a bumper crop of them. I'm like, okay, I love y'all, but it's time for some of you hussies to go to new homes. So we selling them now. I want to see how it will be received in the community. You know what I'm saying? I got
Yeah.
a lot of good feedback at the expo. A lot of people, lot of people, and so if y'all want them, they will be added to the page with some other stuff and out the door.
All right. So here's some of the this inventory is all up to date. Well, for the most part, right?
More or less, more or less. Like I got those melon swords.
Yeah.
That's a steal. Yeah, I got a lot of those. The Japan, not so much. The Java fern, yeah, quite a good amount. And this is just eyeballing without me getting up and going outside.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, the water poppies, Nix, I got to take that off of there. I sold out of those. Y'all should have got them. I'll have some more in a minute. They take time. Bella palms, very few. Lace, yep, I'm good on those. Good on Sag.
So, like on these plants, for example, the lace, you're just getting one bulb, right, for that price.
You getting a full grown plant, yeah. You're in a full
Yeah,
grown plant,
and
foliaged out.
for like the
At least 3 leaves.
Sagittaria, you're getting how many little rosettes? With a, you're getting a handful, or
Now you get a plug.
oh, okay,
You get a full Sag plug, a plug. That's a portion. And all the
oh,
portions are on there when you click it.
oh, okay. And then let's see some of the. Oh shit, what's
The
yep?
the Senegal, it ain't ready yet. Yeah, it's sold out. I got
Okay,
people waiting on that. Um, the compactor, I gave the homie watch some of that compactor, the sample. It's badass, man. So that is like we do
how big
facto
does that sword get?
refrigerated. It's compact. See, so it's a perfect like the
I
way this
know it's
shit got
compact,
out.
but how big does it fucking get, Steve?
Dude, it's compact. So 6 inches maybe,
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. So about six
maybe
inches.
six,
Okay,
7, maybe, you
okay,
know,
all right.
and that's flipped.
Oh,
Hold
okay,
on 1 second. Give me 1 second. But you
all right,
good. Go ahead. Bruce. I'm gonna
all
mute
right.
myself real quick.
Yeah, because what it's that's why I wanted you to be specific on what you meant by compact.
I
Because
got you.
compact, a sword can
Well,
grow 2 feet, and if you're
it's a
saying compact
cultivar.
is, yeah, okay. So so you got those. So Luigia, the Amazon swords, Moss. So for those of you that are coming in, that's kind of some of the inventory that he's got there.
Yeah,
So what?
that'll change. It'll be different come Monday
Okay,
morning.
all right. Well, if you guys are interested in getting some plants, make sure you guys go check out Steve's. Steve's store. You also have a little bit of merch, don't you?
Yeah, I
Or
got
is that
t-shirts and stuff like that. It'll be under shop and then go to merch. And really and truly, I'm trying to find me a different vendor for my merch. So
okay.
y'all hold off on the merch. But if you want something, send me a DM. Like, and I'm glad you're bringing this up. Like, the whole thing is going under an overhaul because I am curating to a specific clientele. It's not about slapping it out there, hey y'all buy stuff. It's a client, this is bespoke. It's curated, it's custom. I'm not trying to compete. It's one of a kind. And it goes to something me and you talked about, Jorge, of when you get to a certain level in the game, right?
Yeah.
It's a certain way that you play the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, to where you was like, I mean, can I share that with the people?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you was talking about, hold on, my phone upside down. I don't know why.
Jeff, I'm always in a mood. It just
You
depends
was
on what kind
talking
of
about
what
stocking
kind
out
of a
that
mood I am,
300.
whether I'm in a good mood, bad mood. Everybody's in a mood. Oh, they're talking about the day I was fucking pissed because your ass was being late again for like the 100th time.
Really, bro?
Yeah.
And I'm worried about that because,
Oh,
I mean,
you should be.
you know
You
how I
should
feel
be
about you.
respectful of people's time. That's all I'm saying.
And like that's rhetorical. It's implied. And since I am the accountable motherfucker I am, I can explain what happens. Everybody can say, "Oh, okay, Steve, we got you. We still love you. We all have a Coke, a smile, and we go on with our lives."
Oh, that's what I'm telling Jeff. That's why it's no big deal. I'm just giving you shit for being late. But then again, I shouldn't expect too much from a Navy guy.
Really, bro?
You guys have no concept of time, none whatsoever.
No.
You guys are stuck in a fucking boat 24/7.
Well, actually,
so time is
since you want to be a
irrelevant.
dick about it, I have this condition called ADHD, and it's time blindness. I've struggled with it my whole life.
Whatever. I have the same fucking condition, and I show up on time.
Well, you're more of a robot than I am. Okay, we're about to get crazy. I gotta mute something.
Oh shit! Brought you up too soon or what?
Yeah, don't bring me up. Remove. Yeah.
So how's everybody doing this morning? Let's see. You know what? While you get ready, let me welcome some of the people that are joining us today. Let's see. The first one here was Philly 215 Aquatics. Thank you for being here. You're watching us all the way from Philly. We got the Nano Aquarium guy, Jay. Thank you so much. Jeff, thanks for being here. Shady Grady, thank you for joining us this morning. Let's see. Who else do we have? Wi-Fi, thank you for joining us this morning. Jeffrey, how you doing, Watts? Let's see. Who else do we have? Tommy and Debs, thank you for joining us this morning too. Yeah, no, today we don't have a guest, or we don't really have like our traditional topics where they're like we do and we don't.
We do.
Well, yeah, we do, but it is not really.
This one of them y'all gonna learn today episodes.
Well, it's gonna be one of those. Steve's gonna rant one of those days kind of episodes.
Bullshit. Oh damn, I'm not muted.
Shit, writing for you is like breathing air. What are you talking about? You can't live without it. Are you still fumbling over there? Well, anyways, as you guys saw by the heading of our thumbnail for today, I guess Steve had this idea about talking the fact versus fiction, and we were kind of talking about a little bit a couple of nights ago, and I guess we'll be dealing with, I don't know what angle he wants to take with it, but I know he had a bunch of ideas that he wanted to talk about. So I'm waiting for him to sort out his technical issues, and he'll be up here in a minute. Hey, Bunny, thanks for joining us. And but other than that, we'll leave that for later on. But I don't know what Steve's doing. Hey, Mandy, thank you for joining us this morning. All right. I guess he's having more trouble than he thought. Let's see what's good, what's going on. There he is. Are you with us?
I don't know.
Well, I can hear you.
Hold on.
Why do you have the other one up?
I'm taking it off.
Oh, okay. There we go.
All right. And then the man. Hold on. So dumb. Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you. It's just there's not even an avatar though. It's the generic circle up there.
Gotcha. Can you see me?
There you go.
All right, fuck. All right, let's get it. So, but you get back up there too. So I'm just gonna be looking at this joint, and what's the thing?
I'll tell you what.
Jay, over there talking shit. I'm looking at this comment about Steve stepped out to be considered late. Consistency is important. That is so true. I did that.
I'll tell you what though, the image is a lot better on your phone than it was on the computer. So something's definitely up with the computer.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn it into a trot line.
Rotate your screen though.
Huh?
Rotate the screen so you're full, not just vertical. Is your camera sideways?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, you don't have the auto rotate?
No. But, I mean, if it's necessary, there we go.
But it's just, it doesn't look awkward where you're like all tiny.
Well, yeah, that's what I was.
There you go, right there.
Ooh.
There we go.
Originally, and it ain't work. So there's that. Let's y'all need some height.
Anyways. All right. So I know you've been working on the website. I know you were talking about the expo a little bit. Has anything been solidified for that for this next year?
Yep. I'll be there. We still waiting on the dates and stuff. Nothing new as far as like when, to my knowledge.
Or time of the year? Are they going to keep it around the same time of the year?
I don't want to speculate.
Oh, okay.
I hope so.
Okay. All right.
How's that? Is that better?
Better. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, good.
Hey,
I can see shit. Already. So what's the business?
You tell me. Why do we pick fact or fiction?
So it's fact over feelings.
What?
Facts over feelings.
That's not what you said last night.
No, yeah, dude, you probably just misheard me because my audio always trash.
What? There he goes. Fucking Steve, you need to quit smoking so much pot because you forget what you're saying. Where are you? What the hell? Anyways. All right. So I guess the topic is sort of changed, but not really, I guess. Buy plants here. Yeah. I guess Steve wanted to go on to a little bit about, I don't know. I guess it's not expectations, but, what I guess people like to, social media is very prone to projecting a false narrative, false reality versus what's actually real. And I know Steve wanted to discuss some of that a little bit today. But I don't know where he went. So, all right. Either way, hopefully you guys have been good. I know I'm gonna just go ahead and talk about this right now because I don't know if we're going to be able to get around to it, but Steve and I were considering the possibility of moving the time slot. I know it's been commented from different friends and stuff like that they would really like to see the live streams, but sometimes this Saturday time slot can be an inconvenience based on where in the country you are, because for some of us like me, it's still late morning, and but like other people in the East Coast, it's exactly smack dab in the middle of the day, making it a little bit harder to watch live if they want to. So what's up, dude?
Oh no, but we good now. So I don't know. This thing has a mind of its own. I was trying to make the screen big so I could look at the comments too. But
oh no, you're not going to be able to do that on your phone. You can open up your laptop, go to YouTube, and you can watch the comments there.
Hey, that's a good idea.
And just turn off the volume though, because we don't want to get that double feedback. But anyways, like I was saying, we've been contemplating the idea of possibly moving to a different time slot, and that's just to be able to hopefully make the channel grow. It's just I know when we started off, this was kind of convenient for me because of my work schedule, and it's kind of worked out for a while. But we've done a couple of them where we've gone in the evening, and it seems like we've gotten a lot more response, and just based on what our observation. But whose mic is muted? He's talking about you. If you turn on your PC to mute the PC mic. So it's a thought that we've had. I think Steve wanted to do like a poll, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that a later evening time slot would probably be a little bit more suited, especially for our colorful language that we use on this stream? Might be a little bit too much for a Saturday morning if you're trying to watch with the family. Yeah, usually that's what we've experienced from the 2 times that we've done an evening on our thing, and just the numbers seem to be a little bit better.
It was like
get a little bit more response.
It was a Friday and like a Saturday or something like that. Yeah,
and there's a lot of things that have to be considered. Also, it's later evenings. What day prime time gets very busy around YouTube? Yeah, I know, and that's one of the things that we have to look at, Mandy. Is we'll take into consideration. I know I was looking. There's like a slot on Wednesdays, and but the reality is there's so many of us streaming now that it's going to be inedible. It's not. It's going to be a situation where no matter what time slot you look at, you're going to be going up against somebody else. The reality
it's inevitable that it's going to overlap.
But like for example, like some of the bigger. This is just me observing. Like I noticed that a lot of the people that watch the bigger channels, whether it's Aquarium Co-op, KG Tropicals, what is it, King of DIY. I noticed that there are some familiar names, but there's a lot more names that I don't recognize and that I've never seen on any of the other channels. So sometimes going against some of the bigger channels, like for us, it's not really an issue because it's not the audience that's looking at us anyways. So, it's just one of those things where I know it would conflict for some of the people that are here because you do watch some of those live streams, but I don't know. We're like I said, it's an idea that we've kind of thrown around. We're looking at it, and we're trying to find the best solution for it. Fridays used to be wide open, but it seems like Friday nights recently have gotten really jam packed with people live streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's the other thing where you have some of the same channels that are streaming more than once a week.
Right.
So, maybe we go in one of those slots.
So that is kind of pertinent to what we want to discuss today, Jorge, which is how we're literally terraforming the freaking internet. We called this a long time ago. We said that you said that you saw the prevalence in streams. You saw the shift in YouTube pushing live streams more to the forefront as far as the media format. It was live streams and shorts. So I want to kind of say, like, not kind of, that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
More people are streaming now. So the more of anything that is somewhere, something has to give, be it a reduction in quality or like Mandy is voicing her concern of the inevitability of it. However, damn, I got 2 eyes and there's only 24 hours in a day. The point of a live stream is actually being to catch it live, because I can personally say I can tell the difference between the nostalgia of interacting with the stream while it's actually on air being live versus being part of the replay gang, which I am because of my lifestyle, and catching it on the replay, like all your stuff. Like, I can't troll you when you're doing the one for the magnet, for the flipper.
Yeah,
I want to troll you.
But you're not going to be able to, because that's a video. That's not.
Yeah, I know that's exactly. But I wanted to troll you and be like, about time you get in with the, I got so many of these damn things. You should have said something. I'd have gave you one. But,
no, it's okay. I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
and they work. They work.
Yeah.
Did you figure out how to flip it?
I just released the video in Spanish today.
Okay.
That's what I was working on. When you asked me what you've been doing, that's exactly what I was doing. I was dropping the same video, but I had done it in Spanish. I recorded them simultaneously, which that always gets interesting because I only have one phone. Now I think I'm going to be able to do it because I do have 2 different phones. Yeah. I think this one is going to be the Spanish phone and this one's going to be the English phone.
Really, bro?
Yeah, because it makes it easier when I'm trying to segregate.
Hey, man, why you got wood? Let me see that. But why you got wood grinding on the phone, bro?
Oh, because I like it. Well, this is going to be a unsponsored plug, but they make the best cases that I've found so far.
Hey, I know them. They used to make the cases for the vapes, too. I got one made for my vape.
I don't know if everything I've seen is for phones, but it's expensive as phones have gotten today.
It's real wood.
No, it's not real wood.
Mine real wood, then we're not talking about the same thing. Mine is real laminated wood.
Yeah, it's just laminate on plastic. But I like them because it breaks the common type of cases that you get. But I bought another one because stupid phones now are like almost $1,500. They're getting so expensive.
Say what?
And yeah, the new phones.
Ain't no way. $1,500 for a phone.
No. Well, they're about $1,300, but it's not
lo mismo.
Yeah, and it's gotten to the point now where you'd be crazy not to invest on a good quality case to protect the product that you have. And the reality is, with these cases, I mean, my phone, this one already paid off. I've already had it for a couple of years. But look, it still looks brand new because it's protected in the case. And I like them because they're a very thin case. Why did this turn into freaking advertisement? Never mind.
Well, bruh, it's not an advertisement. And you know what? This is beautiful, bro. The way we never planned any of this, y'all. Me and Jorge, we both like vibrating people. And that's why everybody think we assholes, especially Jorge. But he really a good dude. It's because we vibrate on a high frequency. Most intelligent people do. So he's saying this ain't supposed to turn into an advertisement, which I get it. You know what I'm saying? However, look at what this thing, the internet, the phone, technology, look at how it is molding and shaping our everyday habits in life, our thoughts, how we conduct ourselves. And I don't remember who I was talking to. I think I was talking to the homie. I think I was talking to white boy Tommy. But I was like, bruh, if some of the old heads were still alive, like just 10 years worth of them, like that generation, half the stuff that's going on right now wouldn't be going on because they wasn't going for it. And it trickles down to everything. The food we eat, how we go to the restroom has been infiltrated by the internet. So I thought it was pertinent to bring this topic up of facts over feelings. So I told Jorge, and this is going to help him remember I said facts over feelings. My quote is not eloquent at all. When I was saying, like, I want to find the people who make quotes so I can get me a quote made. And my quote is, and I have it written down, but I don't think it's in this notebook. I remember it. My quote is, and I quote, don't fuck up the facts with how you feel about me. Okay? Because in this world we live in, you can have empirical data staring somebody in the face. You can have every subject, material, matter expert on earth come and validate said inference and fact. But based on, because we're human, the person doing the delivery and the receivery, yeah, I made up a word. People kind of choose how they let that information resonate, and if they take it with a grain of salt, if they take it for face value, if they, eat that shit raw and whole, so on and so forth. So that's where this topic came from, talking about facts over feelings. Because if y'all been rocking with us, and I know y'all have, we've been pushing this kick of objectivity to where I'm saying I want to cultivate a space where people can come and get their hobby on. The transparency is what the draw is to us. I want to believe that's why y'all rock with us, is because of the transparency and because of the relatability that we bring to it. I like that.
Well, I think part of that is also that we have tried as much as possible to stay focus oriented on topics related to the hobby.
Yeah.
And it's just not necessarily fish, because the hobby encompasses so much more than just the fish. And I think we've kind of strived to do that. I know the beginning of this year has been a little bit chaotic. I know you've been extremely busy.
Yeah,
and we were just talking about that. We were just talking about that last night.
Yeah.
That it always seems that when we start off the year, we're kind of fumbling through it because it's just life.
Over from traveling, getting everything lined up. We go hard. Pause. But but yeah, you're right. It's gonna, and it takes off and it goes.
Yeah, and I know one of the things that I was telling you the other day is that I'm starting to see. I don't know if this is just bias, because I know how long we've been working at doing this, or it's just me being crazy. But I kind of see that some of the stuff that we've kind of mentioned and talked about, seeing that format, like what you were alluding to, kind of changing and people picking up the baton and running with it too. So,
Yeah. Facts. Yes. 1,000% agree with you, bro. For shit show. I've been seeing it. Let me ask you something. Since you on that, you brought it up. I want to ask and tell everybody. I'm sure they got the same question. As an adult, as a father, a husband, all that good stuff, mature adult, how do you stay in the right mindset, in a growth mentality mindset, to where you see this and you take it as flattery, you happy? Like, how do you stay positive and use that as the motivation to continue to inspire, rather than saying, Brett, not only is you stealing my shit, but you've bastardized it so much it doesn't even resemble remotely what you stole. So how do you keep that toxicity out as an adult?
You know what? It's hard because I just recently went through something like that where I let the I don't know how to put it, but other than what David Goggin calls it, my inner bitch get the best of me.
Damn.
Because, as much as I love the fact that I see the hobby grow,
yeah,
there's that dirty aspect of humanity that we have that is called jealousy, that you kind of go, oh man. But I've been able to reflect on it and go, what the hell? This is exactly what we set out to do from the beginning. So once I was able to calibrate myself and go, well, why are you getting upset? Why are you getting jealous? Why are you acting so petty? I was like, no, look at this as an opportunity that it's growth. It's growth in the right direction. It's growth that's going to benefit everybody in the hobby. And to see other streams try to emulate what we're doing it's nothing but better. I mean, especially if it's from a bigger platform that have access to a wider audience, that in itself is going to help us in the long run.
Let me interject one thing that help you with that. On that, as it popped up, jealousy, cool. And then you know, your inner bitch got hold of you. That's what's up. But you stood on business like a man, you recognized it, and you tried to reflect on it and say, that's what we set out to do since the inception, which is true. So with that jealousy, with that humanity of seeing people, is it genuine growth and objectivity along the lines of, yeah, that's what we wanted to do, whoop-de-whoop, or is it a visceral response that we see traicionando, como alguien engañando, and we just, because we're domesticated, we take the high road?
No, here's what it was. It was the initial gut reaction. And the reason I say jealousy is because, some of these platforms have a bigger reach as far as not only to audience, but to potential guests, just because of, the recognition. And that's totally understandable. And that's where that initial gut jerk reaction of, oh man, was from that, from the fact that I go, well, obviously people are going to want to deal with them because they have a bigger name recognition and they have they draw a bigger audience. That was my initial gut reaction.
Oh, shit.
But then it's like, well, wait a minute. They're not doing what we're doing anyways.
Right.
So it doesn't matter. Right. We have our own perspective on how we do things and what we talk about. Where other people see the beauty of us being as small as we are and all that is we don't have to worry about being brand safe. So we can be as genuine as we want to be, because we don't have anything hanging over our head that's going to limit us from being that.
Right.
Again, the one thing that it's always worked in our favor is we're not looking to do this for financial gain. You're a retired veteran. I'm a full-time employee.
And a retired veteran.
You know, and so there's this is not what I'm, worried about, the income coming in to pay my bills. I'm not invested all in like some other people are, where this is their sole source of income. And I can understand, so obviously their take on stuff, their views on things, they have to walk within certain parameters because it can financially affect them.
Right.
And the topics that they'll talk about are going to be influenced based on.
I'm so glad you said it, bro. I'm glad, because
they're going to be influenced on who's paying the for their views and stuff like that. So they have to stay. They can't really be as honest as you and I could potentially be about any topic.
Okay. The name of the stream is Facts Over Feelings. We gotta be transparent. I ain't talking them puzzles today. This might be the end of Fish Plenty Mas, as y'all know. My shit turned off today. So yeah, I ain't talking them puzzles. So you said the word influence, and when we started this late last year, when I'm this, meaning interjecting this focus and saying, this is the Civic Center. YouTube is, all right? We the hobbyists, y'all done paid y'all money via the investment of time that y'all loyally pull up every other Saturday. We come in here, we get our hobby on, we lock it up, throw the trash away. Hey, we'll see y'all in a couple Saturdays. And that space did not exist on YouTube. Me and Jorge got the machetes. We bushwhacking. We blazing the trail and tying them little plastic flags on there so you remember how to get to your tree stand. That's us. And when you say the word influence, I want to be clear. You got hobbyists. You got influencers. You got people that's on YouTube and they're just motherfuckers with fish. But it's pretty. They know how the technology works, and they've been successful at it. That's fine. None of that stuff is neither here nor there, but it's important. It's important to delineate all of them so the water don't get muddy, because that's when feelings come in and people's feelings get hurt. Well, so like an influencer, right? What is an influencer? Like, let's think about this in the year of our Lord 2024. That word didn't even exist.
Well, let me interject before we get too far in the weeds with that one. Yeah. And just to clarify why I kind of felt a little bit envious, jealous, whatever you want to call it, was, when you get to walk around certain circles, you get access to different people. But my mistake was assuming that they were going to be looking at people the way that we've looked at our guests that we've invited on here, where we're not looking for big, necessarily big recognition on social media names. It's actually people that have been in the hobby that have, a tremendous amount of experience and knowledge.
Right.
And we're trying to provide a platform for them to be able to talk about that stuff. And being the way we do things, my first initial reaction was, oh, they're going to have access to the people that we want to bring on that are these guests that we've been having. That I'm telling you where my mistake was. Right. But now that I've seen a couple of, it's like, no, they don't have a clue. It's not what I have. What we're doing is totally different, and it's going to continue to be very different because our focus, again, we're not worried about talking about the mundane stuff. We're trying to find interesting people that have been in the hobby, that are doing very unique things, that are out in the field, doing stuff to perpetuate the hobby, and that's
Right.
kind of what we're continuing to do. Yeah, the substance,
dignity, like Big Homie said. That's it. Like the influence part, and I'm glad you said that. Like took the time to explain that carefully, like you just did, because a lot of that helped me too. You know, like I know we talk about dad stuff, husband stuff, like that, off, friends type shit. But growth is just that. It's growth, right? So when we're here, we're on this platform, and I was thinking about it like how he said. And it goes back to me saying, hey, I'm going to teach y'all because can't nobody else do it. I ain't being arrogant, blah, blah. And then I stopped and I said, just the fact that I have to explain that, it shows like your brain, right? Because like Big Homie Nip said, if you look at your circle of friends and you not inspired, you ain't got a circle, you got a cage. Let that marinate. And I had a Morris Day moment. Shout out to a homie Morris Day at the time. Ain't nobody bad like me. They can't do it. We the only us. So it's one of them things to where iron sharpens iron. And every once in a while, you're gonna get some condensation, a little rust gonna form, and buff it off. So I mean, that's all I got on that one. There ain't no sense in being pissed off.
No, I know, and that's like I said. It took me a little while to sit back and reflect on it and go, wait a minute. For one thing, it's what we've always, or at least in my case, I've always been of the opinion more the merrier.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was funny because you had been talking about the subject for a long time, and Steve, it's like they're not doing that. And when I kind of felt it a little bit closer to home, I was like, oh, this is what Steve's been talking about. But then I go, okay, but that's not bad. That's not bad. That to me, the final outcome of this is, I think we're on the right path.
Yeah.
I think what you and I are doing, we're on the right path. But everybody's going to take their own twist on it. They're going to put their own flavor on it, which is perfect. Perfect. Because everybody is different. Everybody's got a different taste for what they like. And that's great, because either way, it still generates attention to the hobby. It still brings in more people. And at the end of the day, people will select what they want to view, or what they want to listen to, or what they want to invest, because it is a time investment.
It is.
Taking time, whether it's an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is, out of your day, you're deciding that that's what you want to invest your time into, because you're not going to get it back. That's the problem with time. It's time you're not going to get back. So, but people are free to choose how they do that. Now, on a different topic, Philly's 215's question that he has on here. You see, it's going to be very different depending on who you ask, because everybody has a different understanding of what they consider to be an influencer or a YouTuber. Steve and I can tell you names that you probably won't recognize because they're not very big in YouTube. They're not the big channels, but I think what they're doing for the hobby is tremendous. Ivan Makoji is one of them. The gentleman below water.
Another one.
His name. Huh?
He's another one. Yeah.
Yeah, he's another one. That's a big, to at least for Steve and I know, because we've talked about this all the time, are really big influencers. You could throw in there Dr. Anthony, what he's doing with the research center out in Peru. He's a YouTuber. I don't know how much of an influence. I think what the only problem that Dr. Anthony has, and the reason his channel has not really grown, is because he's not paying for an editor crew to go behind him and film and do everything that they're doing at the research center. If he were to invest money in that, like what Father Fish has done with his videos, it would be a whole different story. But Dr. Anthony has priorities as to where that money is going to, and the priority is the research center. And so he's kind of making do with whatever skills he has. He's a little bit older than me, and even though we grew up with technology, we haven't really kept up with the Jones, with all these
Right.
TikToking and all, what's trending out there. But that's another, I guess you could call him influencer, YouTuber, whatever you want to phrase it as.
Let me do this, because I agree with you, and I'm glad you said now me and Steve, and then you commenced to say the names. So in Philly 215, like influencer / YouTuber, right? And I talk about this a lot, to where you have what I consider a hobbyist, you consider a hobbyist, and then the influencer. So like, let's dissect that. What is an influencer in the context of social media? What is an influencer? Influence, right? So they're the drivers of the trends, if you will. And while they might not necessarily be what we would call like the hobbyist, like Dr. Axelrod or something, they are at the top of the algorithm. And the algorithm is us. It's the people.
Yeah.
And I already know it's a slippery slope, but I ain't talking in puzzles, okay? When you go to Google and you type in anything about aquariums, there are household givens that are gonna pop up. It don't matter, and this goes to the topic, bro. Facts over feelings. Regardless of how anybody will feel about it, the proof is in the pudding. If we go on Google right now, which I'm into, and type in aquarium influencer, I'm typing.
No. I was wondering what you were doing. I was like, what happened? Did he get stuck in a loop?
Nah, I'm top typing, bro. I'm top typing. All right, here we are.
Well, let me finish off the list of the people that I consider to be influencers. The other one that we can't forget about is Rachel O'Leary.
Yeah,
and,
Rachel.
And I guess she would be more of the name recognition as far as a YouTuber. Unfortunately, because of her health, she's no longer really active and present on YouTube. But that to me is a good balance of being able to use social media and actually having a world of knowledge to be able to back up what she's talking about. She's just not reading stuff off of a Wikipedia and regurgitating that information.
Boy, don't get me started.
And so she's another one, and the other one is Dr. Salsa. He's the guy that's studying the plecos up there in out of Brazil.
Yep, I follow him.
And so those would be my 5 top influencers, but it's very different. My influencers than what normal people would consider an influencer. To me, technically, I guess they wouldn't fit the description of what influencers, because they don't have the large numbers.
Right, and that's what I was getting in. So like,
here you go.
Let's like
here's
looking
what,
into
Zen,
it, right?
What Mandy's saying. He'll move the needle.
Like, so I just typed in aquarium influencer right here, y'all. And like what Jorge's saying, G, look, he don't feel like that, the ones. But the fact is, the biggest influencers is the household names.
See, it all depends on what you. I guess influencer is what? What is the definition of an influencer? I guess we need to start there.
Right. An influencer is somebody who drives trends. That's it.
Okay.
The biggest ones. So that's KDIY,
Well,
Aquarium
no.
Co-op.
The
Just
biggest
the
one
big
is
ones.
the big one is Javier RD. That's the biggest one.
But nobody knows him in America. But you're right.
Doesn't matter. We're
Yeah,
talking about influence. Influence worldwide.
Javier for shit show.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
global.
number one.
Yeah.
He's number one.
Yeah.
I think King of DIY is number 2. And then Aquarium Co-op is like number 3 based on numbers. This is all just based on numbers.
Here. So like
and then recently it's been like Aquarium Info.
Yeah, Aquarium Info, she on there.
Yeah.
And
right here. Who would be the other top 5 on there that and it's crazy because a lot of these
Paul Cufaro and them.
No,
like
I think KG Tropicals might be having beat on over either that.
We're just throwing out names like these are people who you would consider an influencer.
But here's the thing, though, if you really think about it, Aquarium Info, they're more focused on the very young audience, I guess, and it's their. I don't know. I'm trying to be unbiased, but I've seen the videos, and I don't think I've learned anything from those videos other than cool setup for aquariums or ideas.
That's the point of what we articulating. An influencer ain't necessarily there to educate, which is the relevance of me and you existing in the first place is we trying to bring substance to influence. We're doing a hybridization of the two. And that's why I had the Morris Day and the time. The more ain't nobody bad like me. You know what I'm saying? And then Prince gonna come by and splash his suit, and he was like, "You motherfucker, your long hair, blue." Can't say that word, but yeah, cause can't nobody do it. It's cool, and that's why I asked you, like, how do you as a grown man fight the jealousy? How do you as a grown man? You know what I'm talking about? It's interesting
because with those particular channels, I don't ever really feel anything in particular towards them because they're not doing anything like what I'm doing.
Right.
So,
but
not like that I'm doing anything.
Like,
I'm not doing anything.
Other creators out here that's listening, like you always giving dad advice. So I asked it like for a friend, if you will. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like how would they like? Don't get discouraged and be like, fuck it, I ain't never gonna be able to match whoop-de-whoop. And it's like, but little homie, peep game. Everybody got a different set of circumstances, G. Everybody pocket different. Everybody's
it's interesting because at the end of the day, and in today's social media, you can reach those numbers, but you're gonna pay for it.
Yeah, you're gonna pay for it.
You're gonna pay for it. If you don't want to put in the time, because a lot of the, with the exception of Aquarium Info, which is relatively new, and that's a whole entire production company behind that channel. It's that there's obviously somebody that's paying for all of that. I would equate that to like having a Hollywood studio behind that channel. It's not organic. It's not somebody. There's a lot of money being pumped into that. I don't care how you look at it. That's exactly what it is. You have a whole production team behind it. Now, as far as King of DIY, Aquarium Co-op, KG Tropicals, they've been around for a long time and they've progressively been building. And now they just kind of become institutional names within the hobby. Now, two out of those 3 are actually businesses nowadays.
Right.
They're running a legitimate business, which is the smartest thing to do if you already have an audience that is willing to follow you and listen to you.
There you go.
Where that's just makes sense. It's common sense that if you have already a captive audience, run a business off of it. That's how businesses are successful. And then who else did we that was that's those 3, and then who was the other? I guess of all of those, the one that if you mentioned Cafaro or whatever, I guess that's the epitome of a modern day influencer because it's just a kid that walks around who has a following. You know what? I can't really speak on him because I don't really follow him. I don't know much about him. I don't even know if he's really a hobbyist or not. I can't say anything about him without really taking the time to follow his channel and see what he's doing. I know I kind of stumbled upon him when he was very young, and I was watching the reason I even know about him is because it was at the time where I was curious about Aquashella, and he had done a couple of videos about Aquashella. But then after that, it was like he was much younger than I was, so I knew his videos were not necessarily for my audience.
Right.
So
it wasn't shit information. It just wasn't vibing to you because you old and out of touch.
Yeah, I guess
that's
I
me.
felt my age.
I felt
my age
shit,
watching
I don't vibe with it. It's okay.
Which is interesting because I was talking to you last night. I don't know if this is because all of a sudden I fit a certain demographic, but it seems like all the newer channels that I'm finding are people in my age group. So I don't know if that is something that people in our age group are realizing, hey, I could do this too. I could do this too, and I have some information to share. Or it's because the algorithm knows my age, knows my information, that it's feeding me that demographic. So I'm curious
a little bit of
how
both.
much that is what I think, and how much it's just the platform kind of tailoring for me.
I think it's a little bit of both. You seen that movie on Netflix, Social Dilemma?
No, I haven't watched it because I don't want to get freaked out of my mind, because I know everybody that talks about it says it's horrible.
If you watch that movie, Social Dilemma, it will answer all your questions, inferences, and hypotheses, simply because you on there and they got a profile of you and everybody else that has a device. Everybody got a digital footprint. And based on what you do and how you move, literally, because it track your movements, live action too, it'll like cater it. Because at the end of the day, look, man, and this goes to what an influencer is. The whole point of this thing existing is to do one thing and one thing only, and that is to keep your eyes glued to the screen. It is to where like the average person has the attention span now, I think it's like 1.14 seconds or some shit. And it is to influence. What are we influencing? Behavior. Why are we influencing behavior? Because behavior controls actions. And what's the ultimate action that we want to control? Commerce. Commerce. At the end of the day, that's what it is. So when you get people like me and Jorge over here shaking up, stirring the pot, mucking with people money, you know what I'm saying? It ain't necessarily well received. And this goes to an episode when we had Dr. Anthony up. The last one, I think, and he was talking about the mining companies, basically all the big money, doing a lot of pollution and damage to our ecosystem. And I proposed this. What if there was a way to say, hey, man, we actually trying to bring money to you. We're not trying to take no money away. But the way y'all doing it, it's not sustainable. However, there's ways that you can do what you're doing, and to offset the cost of operating ethically, we got more money for you in these different echelons and categories. And it's the same thing with the ecosystem of social media. People are just that, people. Everybody ain't like me and Jorge, though. Like NFG, transparent, so on and so forth. So, yeah, you got to protect your brand sometime. You got to watch what you say, so on and so forth. And then to meet up the question of what's an influencer versus a hobbyist. So, influencers drive commerce. point blank, period. That's what they do. They drive commerce. I like to say it like how I said it on when I was on there, White Boy Tommy. How you get people to create problems, but for a small fee, I got a solution to your problem. And if you don't want to buy my solution because I'm such a nice guy, you can keep the problem. It's on the house. Good luck with that. We'll see you soon. And that's an influencer. Facts over feeling. I don't give how you feel. That's what influencers do. What are they influencing? Commerce. What do? We sensationalize normal shit that happens. What is a hobbyist? Somebody who can look at something and say, hey, man, you know your nitrates is through the roof, right? How you know? Boy, you don't see all them damn bubbles up there? You don't smell that? Oh, that ain't it. That. Go get the test. You got some strips. You put the strip in there, and it's like, I don't know, nuclear waste, radioactive, fucking green. Like, bruh, like, that's a hobbyist, though. Why? Nuance, time. A hobby is just that. How can I do it? Done. How can I do it how I do it? It ain't nobody. It's like if y'all grease monkeys, you know, I like to tinker a little bit, but, you know, I ain't no damn mechanic. However, there's a saying, built, not bought mentality. Anybody can go buy a Ferrari or whatever, a fast car and drive it. That ain't no hot rod, boy. It is, you build it. The pride comes in to building something that you can say is your own, because every facet of that thing, down to a micro level, had something to do with your involvement in it and bringing it to fruition. So when you turn the ignition and it start popping, like, hell yeah, that's me. And you know, hey, I can get in here and I can tune my air fuel mixture. I can do this. I need to bore out these cylinders, whatever. Same thing with the fish tanks. We hobbyists. We hot riding. Jorge sit up here and he'll send me some videos of some random shit. And I'm like, bro, what is that? And he like, look, bro, I'm gonna put this in there like this, and then it's my drawing. And I'm like, oh, like that. Y'all seen that movie, The Parasite, the Korean movie? And the dude, they was like, what is that, a chimpanzee? And the little kid was like, no, it's a self-portrait. And I was like, oh, shit. But that's what hobbyists do. It ain't about influencing. It's about me and him getting our own asses up here.
You see, that's the problem, because they've redefined what influence is. You know, they've made it now where it's supposed to be somebody that garners a lot of attention, and, you know, like what
they're trying to turn an influencer into a SME. Just because you're an influencer don't mean you're a SME.
Well, no, what I'm saying is everybody is capable of influencing anybody.
Right.
You know, if people agree with what you're doing, or they think that a certain thing that you're doing is positive in their view, well, that might influence them to do the same thing.
Right.
So that's the problem with the word influencer, is they've kind of taken, I don't want to say that influencer has a negative connotation, but it's just they're trying to redefine what the word influence really means. And I don't know if it's for better or worse. I don't know. That really doesn't matter to me. But you know, it's, at the end of the day, it's what you want to accomplish, what you want to do. If that's what you,
it as a negative connotation, though, bro.
If that's what you're wanting to do, then have at it. Go all in and do that. If you want to pursue a product company, then you want them to sponsor you, well, then do it. I mean, why not? If they're willing to help you out, then by all means do that if that's
Right.
really what you want. But
And the
only issue that I do have with that, and
What's
I've
that?
seen it happen a couple of times, is where you take people that have been in the hobby for a while, they know how to do things, they understand that you can do things, I guess, for lack of a better term, naturally, and then they get picked up by a product company, and all of a sudden, that's the only way you can do. You can keep aquariums. That's where I have an issue. That's where I have an issue, and I always want to call bullshit on it because yes, those products can make your life a lot easier, but they're not the end all, solve all. People have been keeping aquariums for many years without ever having to use any of these products, even before these products existed. So when you get, that's the only thing that I would say is if yes, you're getting sponsored by one of these companies or whatever, and yes, you have a commitment to them. That's totally understandable. I can appreciate that. But don't try to convince me that that's absolutely the only way that it can be done. Just because all of a sudden they've picked you up and they want you to plug their product, don't do that. Keep your integrity.
Okay.
Be honest about it.
You go.
Be honest about it and say, yes, this will help you. But at the end of the day, you still need to figure out what's causing the problem in the first place. Because all you're doing is putting a Band-Aid on a problem that's occurring in your aquarium. So don't try to, especially with beginners, and trying to make them believe that using X brand is the only way you're going to be able to keep these fish alive. And you'll never learn what the nitrogen cycle is because all you're doing is putting a remedy in your aquarium through chemicals. I don't agree with that. That's where I have a problem. I don't have a problem with you being sponsored by a product. I have a problem with you trying to convince people that that's the only way it can be done. That's
what
where
influencers do.
Huh?
That's what influencers do.
Not all of them, but
not all of them. But
there's a lot of them that do that.
We're talking about the exception, not the rule in that case, but the rule being that's what influencers do.
But it's not. You see, it's unfair to say that all influencers do the same thing because that's not necessarily true. I know.
Right, that's what I said. You got the exception. You got the exception.
But there's more than the exception. It's not everybody.
Right.
It's it'd be no different. It would be no. I don't want to get into that whole saying that everybody
him versus her, that drama. Yeah, I ain't with that. I'm not trying to polarize it either. What I'm saying is what you just said that you have an issue with, and that's basically what I said when I was on there with White Boy Tommy, to where it's like you got people who sensationalize normal stuff that's supposed to happen. And we talking biology, so like the aquarium hobby is different because you bringing in other disciplines that are backed by their own sciences. So it's different. So you take that and then you get what I'm gonna call influencers, right? They not looking at it from the aspect of these discipline sciences. They looking at it from the aspect of revenue, clout, influence, brand growth, attention. So when Jorge was saying like, you get these people and they be like, that's the only way you can do it. And then they try to sell you something. That's me saying, I'm going to sensationalize this problem. But hey, for a small fee, you can get this solution, literal solution in the bottle to your problem, and it'll fix it.
And here's the thing, though, and this is the way I don't understand why people quit really using their head, because you can still plug the product that you're using, and that's fine. But this is just so.
No,
so
dude, I got you. No, they
so
can't.
No, but here, let me tell you what I mean.
Okay.
For example, let's talk dechlorinators. That's like the most popular product that's out there on the market.
Shit. Damn.
And when somebody comes on and they're being sponsored by somebody and they tell you that you religiously have to use this product or else, I don't think they're being completely honest, because here's a couple of things. Who's to say that your water, you're not explaining where that based on where your water comes from and what's in the water, you could get away without using or not using a dechlorinate. Now, the advantages, for example, if all I have is chlorine in my water, I can still go without a product because I can let that water sit for X amount of hours, and the chlorine is gonna evaporate, and then I can use it in my aquarium. But here's the deal: you can either do that, wait whatever amount of hours, or you can use this product, which will cut down on the time. All it is time convenience. It's not a miracle. It's not your solve-all. All you're doing, it's a matter of convenience. Now, if you were to plug a product like that, I wouldn't have a problem with you. You're doing the correct thing, because you're educating the person that's watching it as to there's a way to do this, but this right here is a convenience. If you want to use
well water and you don't need dechlorinated,
or you're getting water off, like out here, we get a lot of water off of canals. It's coming off of the Colorado River.
But let me ask you something,
Jorge. It's raw water. It doesn't.
You bring up a damn good point. Let me ask you this thing. Keep going with this.
So it's one of those things where you can still do this correctly. You can still be sponsored by X company. You can still plug the product, but don't be an ass and say that that's the only way it's going to work. That's the rub for me.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Like, why? Why do you know? Why do I know? Why does everybody in the chat know that you can let water sit for X amount of hours? Chlorine, chloramines, etc., source, etc. Why? Because we're hobbyists.
Well,
we're hobbyists.
But you see, you don't start off knowing all that stuff. When I came back into the hobby,
you get in there and you go through the motions being a hobbyist, and you learn shit. You hear shit from other people. You pick what you gonna try, what you not gonna try. Hey, bro, you kept these Paraphanius Mentos. You said you had them outside. I don't know. I'm supposed to be big Dick Daddy Duncan, you know what I'm saying? With all the fish, water plenty tanks, ripped up. But, hey, bro, I don't know. You told me, look, man, I left them shits out there. I didn't even really do nothing for real. So I took what you told me. I trust you. I see your fish. I trust your knowledge in the hobby. I did a hybrid of your shit plus my shit, knowledge-wise, and boom, it worked. That's just an example. You feel me? But that is hobbying. And I know what you're doing. So I'm going to be transparent. Bro, I'm not trying to cap on nobody. I'm not trying to polarize. I'm not trying to start no drama. Nothing. We got work to do. We got to get babies in the jungle. We got stuff to do. So this whole topic of fact over fiction is basically asking y'all discernment, understanding, and really something we always say, our mantra, damn near, state your purpose. What's your purpose? And when we put all those things at the forefront of relevance, and remember, keeping in mind the whole time, this is a hobby. There's no cut and dry. There's things that must be done. But there's more than one way to skin a cat, like how they say. And as long as you do those things that must be done, like to have an aquarium with fish in it, you must have some amount of water. You must. Like, you can't get around having a fish aquarium without water in it. Okay? You must have something that holds water, that can hold water for a sustained amount of time. You must have those. Everything else after the vessel and the actual water, all that shit is subjective. You can do a bazillion variations on familiar themes, which is the beauty of being able to call it a hobby. I mean, there's only one way to turn off a light switch, up or down. That's it. There ain't nothing that you can do about it. But this ain't that. And it is a slippery slope when you say, you know, this product, this is the best cork bark, and if you're gonna do this whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, you gotta have this. And then you get some troublemaker like me who like to think and ask questions and be like, bruh, if y'all saying this shit is wild and it's outside and it's been living on earth since Adam named it, why in the hell I only gotta buy this cork bark? This the only thing I can use. Like, we got trees, bro. Let me go see, can I get some of that bark? No, you can't, because the flux capacitor, it'll read an error, and then the cow gonna jump over the moon and fuck you and beat your ass. Bye. Like, really, bro? So yes, I'm not trying to do that, but if you got that tingle in your heart, then yes, bitch, I'm talking about you. We not here for the games. Yeah. So, is an influencer a hobbyist? No. Is a hobbyist an influencer? No. Can they both be the same at the same time? Absolutely. Let me finish. Yeah, absolutely. There's no cut and dry. There's no cut and dry. But when we talking about facts over your feelings, it's completely irrelevant, because how you feel is 1,000% going to influence and dictate how you think, how you act. They crystallize. And it's you got to be responsible with it, because everybody don't have the same level of maturity. You know what I'm saying? Some people vibrate low and they live for drama. They live for it. They don't operate in the currency of love and gratitude like me and you. We what's the word? Brash. I know I come across that way, and it's cool because that's what I project. Is that the ultimate truth? Well, no, everybody an onion. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got layers. But it's that thing of, do you give people that fresh feeling that they want when they come across you, or, you know, are you unapproachable? And that right there ain't got nothing to do with nitrates, nitrites, ammonia, CO2, photosynthesis, like chloroplast. It has nothing to do with any of that stuff. And that part is the irresponsibility part, when you do have this mycelium, this platform of the interweb, and you got inexperienced people, kids, so on and so forth, pulling up, seeking information. And then the baby duck phenomenon takes place, to where they get imprinted with this cat, and they get raised by them. They get brought up in the game by said people, because that's their brand. That's who they like. That's who they resonate with. What if, though, there was a place to catch those people who were genuinely seeking information, right?
Yes.
And that's
and I'm glad you touched on that, because something interesting has been happening as of late. And I don't know if you've been watching what Jason's been doing with the new format of live streaming.
Yeah, I watch the Funk Crazy ass.
Okay.
A little bit. I see you, boy.
I know that a lot of people don't like that format necessarily, because it's basically taking TikTok and putting it on YouTube, where you get just random people coming into your live stream, because it gets plugged with everything else. So if you're just kind of scrolling and you come across it, you sit around and watch. Uh-huh. Yes, it does draw a lot of cuckoos that come in here and just want to be as shocking as they can be.
They need a hug, boy.
Well, but no, they just want to create chaos and all that. But I think the perfect person to deal with that happens to be Jason, because he thrives on chaos. He knows how to handle that information, and I know there's been some negative feedback from people that are used to watching streams that are more like ours, that where you don't have a lot of outside influence coming in and disrupting what's going on. I get that and I understand that, but Jason has always said that his whole thing is to try to capture new hobbyists or people that are inquisitive, and I think that format that is happening there is well suited for what Funk is doing, because he not only knows how to deal with the trolls, but he can also handle the questions that are being asked. And that's
he a damn hobbyist.
As long as I've known Jason, his big goal on YouTube has been to try to capture those new hobbyists. So I applaud Aquafunk for doing that, because not everybody is well suited to deal with the chaos. I call it the Wild Wild West. I jokingly call it that, because you get people from everywhere and all over across the world coming in there, and some of them are trying to be funny, and some of them,
it's a damn
if you don't have thick skin, if you don't have thick skin, your feelings are going to be hurt. Luckily, Jay is like us. We grew up in an environment where if you weren't capped on, something was wrong. So, but I understand that some of the other people that are watching it don't seem to like that, because it goes away again. It gets into that whole circle of, you don't like watching the big streams because the interaction that you have with the community or the chat is no longer there. And I understand that. That's totally understandable. But I think as far as for Jason, that he's trying, what you were talking about, trying to influence these new groups that are coming in and trying to provide them with the basics of information. I think it suits itself perfectly for that.
See, and I want to expand on it. No, I want to expand on that because it's true. And so you get Funk doing what he's doing. Basically, broadcasting. He got a bunch of different polls out at the same time. He that one asshole at the pier, got the whole goddamn corner of the pier shut down, all them damn poles. And then even though he got all them poles down, as soon as you catch a fish, bruh, you go to put him in the bucket, you turn around, he done slapped the shit out you with his pole because he in your spot. Like that. It broadcast. That's good. Now, here's the deal. We got the baby duck syndrome, right? So where they get imprinted by these cats, and they still growing in the hobby themselves. You feel me? But they almost develop like this cult-like behavior. You feel me?
Yeah.
So we're like, they vehemently protect these people, regardless of if it's sound or not sound. And when we go into like, what if, right? What if these new hobbyists had a place to go where there was information? This is what got my wheels to spinning to even go down this road last year of this. Everything does not have to be a death by PowerPoint, college class format, how to do tutorial. And taken from actual club meetings, actual hobbyist gatherings, what me and Jorge are doing is just that we are running a meeting to where we have education, information, entertainment, cordiality, if you will, camaraderie, all combined together to where it's not, hey, pull up and act like a dumbass for 2 hours. Hey, pull up and it's just 2-3 cats on the screen and they just talking themselves and everybody just pull up, but don't nobody know what the hell going on but them people that's on the stream. They streaming for themselves. You got that. Or pull up and watch paint dry because this shit's so damn boring and I'm so out of touch that I don't even want to watch it. when I get through streaming. And that's what you had. We want to shake that shit up.
But here's the thing. Here's what, going back to the topic of finding these new incomers or curious people that are coming into.
Right.
If we stay with the current format, what's going to happen is anybody that's new is going to get caught up in that the big channels, right? And that's where they're going to get siphoned into.
Yep.
And depending on the character that you have, you're going to be able to either decide, okay, this is some information, and then you start looking and you start expanding on that and you start venturing out, or you just stay there.
Right.
And you follow that path. Now,
get that cult.
What people don't understand is to be able to do and get these new people that are coming into, you're going to get dirty because you got to go look for them. You got to go find them. And that's exactly what Funk's doing. He's going out there, getting dirty and finding the 2 or 3 out of that group that are genuinely curious. And he's going to be able to bring them along and go, okay, now you know what I'm about. Go see my channel. Going to see his channel, hopefully that's going to link him up to a other group of people that are in the community.
Yep.
But that's the thing, though. If that's genuinely what you want to do, it comes at a cost. And a lot of the times that cost is going to be doing some, unpleasant things to be able to get there.
Hey.
Because everybody here wants to captivate those new beginners, but they're not coming to us because we don't generate the views. We're not in that algorithm like the big channels. Well, yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm talking about that real quick. The majority of people that be watching our streams ain't even subscribed. So if y'all haven't, please subscribe just for the wait, and tell your friends too. Subscribe to Fish Fancy Mox. We ain't going nowhere, God willing, but yeah, click us up.
Yeah. So I did drop the link because I know Funk's in the chat if he wants to come up and talk about his experience with that. I know he's been getting a lot of mixed comments because it goes out of the regular format of the live streams that we're used to doing in the quote unquote Fish Fest.
Boom. There you go right there. Going out of the regular. Nothing else. Just going out of the regular. Change, right? Fact over feeling. Going out of the regular is going to evoke emotions, feelings in people. And they're going to give them negative feedback, right? Oh, wow. What you doing trying? Who told you to try? And it's true. Who told you to try? Even though, I ain't doing shit. Who told you to try? Yeah. And that's feelings. That's facts over feelings. Simply because, going back to the whole, pour this in there and you'll be good. Or buy this to fix your problem type shit. Then we go to the question of what's an influencer, what's a hobbyist, blah, blah, blah. Then you say, ain't nothing wrong with commerce. Ain't nothing, we ain't knocking nobody hustle, which we aren't. Just don't be an ass. Okay. I want to infer, or hey, you a hobbyist, bro. You've been doing it as long as you've been doing it. Likewise, as long as I've been doing it, that's how long I've been doing it. I can plug a product and say, what's up with this product? And I also have enough substance in my repertoire to where I can tell you a million other ways where you don't even need that shit. I can literally say, hey, this is what it do. It's cool. I have fun playing with it. Buy it if you want it, but you don't need it. That's the only reason I'm on YouTube. I told y'all the story about the little boy and his granny buying the betta fish in Petco when I was stationed in Norfolk. That's the only reason I dusted off my YouTube channel. I started in 2011. I would record the videos at night and then put music on it later with the radio. That shit just raggedy. And I took them shits down, and then I got stationed in Norfolk. And that happened that weekend. And here we are today. Thank you, Jesus. But it's just that, bro. Who told you to try? I don't like it. I'm gonna complain. And guess what? You have every right. You have every right not to like it. You have every right to voice your concerns. However, with things being reciprocal, just understand that the energy you put out is the energy you're going to get back. And that there's some people on the internet who don't care about money. We have this thing called integrity, and you're not finna play in my face. So going into it, it's maturity. Just like what I said on the last stream. This is a hobby. We literally play with furniture. Nothing more, nothing less. And I want to grow from that. Natives, sustainability, outreach, philanthropy, using this voice to actually make it matter. And it's working. Just like Jorge alluded to, we're seeing people start to do some of the stuff that we've been interjecting into the ether. I'm gonna give a shout out to big homie Vibes. Vibes is one of them. Silver Creek is one of them. We, over the summer, we started the initiative to go native. And this all was retroactively inspired. We took advantage of the opportunity because we always wanted to, but we seized the moment because the legislation that was proposed previously with Florida. So from that legislation, from talking about the white list, the black list, etc., USARC, so on and so forth, we started this whole thing of get your ass outside. Go outside. Big homie Eddie, that boy went out there and he got in that ditch. So did Tommy. A lot of people. You just started seeing people posting natives on the gram, on YouTube, Facebook, etc. Love, it's a beautiful feeling. So taking that same thing, that energy, knowing that monkey see, monkey do, throw that out there so that the people resonate with that. And we vaccinating the hobby against all these dumbasses we've been talking about all day. And like I said, if you got a tingle in your heart, I'm talking about you. Just saying. Bump.
Yo.
I knew my eye was twitching for a reason. Damn, bro. Y'all could have warned me before y'all bring some bullshit on here. What's good, man? How you been?
I've been good. First of all, I'm so happy that I came on to the chat when I did. I came on when you was talking about people, the ugly duck, whatever, where people get imprinted.
Yeah, the baby duck syndrome.
And you so right.
I said that shit first.
You so right. Yeah, I recently watched a video from someone who I the whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, he's giving so much wrong information. But you know, people gonna take that and they gonna run with that. They're gonna live with that. They're gonna believe that. And they're gonna be upset. And my channel has always been about helping people out at the platform, you know, so that they can watch Finch Plants Mas and get into those weird little fish that y'all into, or they can watch someone the Killies. Those for some reason those baffle me. But anyway. But you know what I'm saying? They can go in whatever direction they want to go to, but they won't never get to that direction unless they have a good platform. You know, a steady platform where they know they know about the nitrogen cycle, they know about feeding, they know about how to keep a fish alive. You know, And I feel like there's a lot of channels out there that will scare the ish out of people. You know what I mean?
That's sensationalism.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we know you're great, but you know, how does the beginner get to where you at? And I feel like a lot of these channels kind of make it so that it's like, well, you can't do what I can do. You know what I mean? Like,
gatekeeping, bro.
Yeah, and I've always hated that. I've always hated that.
Gatekeeping. I think it's just they get so caught up in
they believe their own hype. They start believing their own hype. And you know what? For some people, obviously it's working for them. Other people believe their hype too, and that's fine. That's great. I believe anybody can do whatever they want to do with their channel. If you want to watch their channel and believe their stuff, fine. I'm not saying everything they're saying is wrong. What I'm saying, for me, for Aquafunk, the channel Aquafunk, I want to help everybody. Ain't no question too stupid. You know what I mean? Because at one point, I asked a stupid question. And somebody had to answer it, or I had to find out for myself through spending a whole lot of money. There is a large group. Look, I've said it before. When it comes to my channel, I welcome everybody. But I do have a special place in my heart for minorities. Because I am one. And I was that one going like, oh, that's a white people thing. We don't do that. We ain't got money for that in our house. So I didn't grow up with a tank in my house. Because that was extra. That was a luxury. So growing up, I didn't think that was for me. Then when I got older and I did take the leap and did push my way into, the pet industry as reptile specialist, I saw the misconceptions a lot of people had, not only towards minorities about fish keeping, but minorities had that they put on themselves.
Oscars.
Yeah, they put on themselves, and I was like, why do you think you can't do this? Or why do you think this is all you can do? Because that's all you've seen? Well, I want to show you something different, and that's Aquafunk. I want to show you something different. Yes, we can.
Funk, we're finna break the internet right now. I don't know what you was thinking, Jorge, to bring Jason up here like this, but we finna break the internet. Unpopular. I guess I'm gonna say opinion. Okay. So Funk just said that people put on themselves, right? And this is where I would love to interject and say facts over feelings. Because this is a phenomenon to where them wounds run deep. And I'm talking to my melanation, to where the wounds and the hatred is so visceral that somebody can be telling you the truth. It ain't got nothing to do with ethnicity. It ain't got nothing to do with heartbeat. It's just facts. Water wet. Nitrates is nitrates. Nitrates is nitrites. Like, it's just information. But because that visceral wound is so deep, no, man, that's how white boys do it. No, that's just called biology, my friend. Mm-hmm. It ain't got nothing to do with inference of ethnicity. But do I understand the pain? Absolutely. That's why I'm here talking to you lovelies this Saturday. Ain't nobody gonna advance anything as long as they are their own worst enemy. Mm-hmm. So, in order to grow in this hobby, that mentality has to be done away with completely. It is just as bad as me going into a pet store or something, asking for some fish, and they be like, what kind of tank you got? And then I'm like, which one? Or the stereotypicals, 5 Oscars in a 55 gallon. You know what the new stereotype is? 40 breeders loaded with African cichlids with a damn sponge filter in it. I don't care. And that's got to stop. Mm-hmm. But why is it prevalent? Because of influence. I didn't say influencers. I said influence, because that's what is being presented as acceptable. That's what's being presented as your safe place to lay down in society. And that's the lane that most people choose to go and stay in. It has nothing to do with the hobby in and of itself, the science, the art that it has become, that it's always been, really. It has nothing to do with any of that. And it's unfortunate that there was no place on YouTube where hobbyists could come together and have these kind of conversations, but have them carefully, have them responsibly, with no inference of hatred or vitriol in any way, shape, or form. And this is the direction that we're going to continue to go. Because like I said, the only reason I dusted off my YouTube channel back when I did is because seeing that lady and her grandson being treated so poorly over something as innocuous as a pawn-raised beta, and doing the right thing, asking questions, that I was repulsed. And that day, I went home and I thought about it that Saturday, the next Sunday, and then that Monday, I started dusting off my YouTube channel. Everything is state your purpose. I knew from the jump when I dusted it off that it wasn't going to be me trying to make myself the go all be all. It was me creating a time capsule for myself, my journey in the hobby, and sharing my experiences, my knowledge, etc., with anybody. But knowing how human beings work and knowing what we just discussed, the boxes that we put ourselves in. I'm a minority, which I don't understand how that works when there's more of us. But either way, me being a minority, wanting to have relative or relevant information that was relatable to other minorities. This is not to say that I wanted to exclusively target. No, I want to say, hey, look, this is what it is. I'm transparent about it. And, you know, I like white people too. Who gives a shit? Like, I'm from the 80s. So now here we are, right? And it's taken off. And I'm looking at what Renee talking about. And it brings something to that I want to discuss. And that is when people gaslight you for sharing or putting a voice to your experience. Hey, I can't relate to everybody else's experience. And just because I say, hey, I feel you, I appreciate that, but that's not my experience, that don't mean that I'm an angry militant Negro. I'm so tired of that. I don't know how I got that damn reputation, but I did.
Because you are.
I know how you got that.
All right.
We just fucking messing with you.
It's all good. It's called passion.
Yeah.
But this is no, that's good. This is what we do. This is what society has trained us to do because it is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's extremely uncomfortable. It is awkward. It's extremely awkward. And it ain't that many people with nuts. All right. I got gorilla nuts. I got some big ones. But ain't that many people with enough nuts to do a moral inventory and say, am I a closet racist? Like, damn. He really is just talking about fish and money green, and dude was smart as hell. And they've been making books since they've been making them. He know what he's talking about. Yeah, I can see how I'd be pissed off if I went to the pet store on Sunday after church with my kids trying to get some stuff and was belittled basically to the equivalent of go drink out the colored water fountain. You're like, I can see how that would be some bullshit. But when you voice that and you get the peanut gallery gaslighting you, saying shit like, oh God, don't tell me he made it about race again. You know you said that shit, boy. But when you get people gaslighting, like, it's not a good thing. And I don't appreciate it. So I'm bringing it to the forefront. This ain't to get up here and pity party about Kumbaya and Rosewood and they took our jobs. Like, I don't care about that. We talk about fish tanks. However, honesty, transparency, integrity, substance, all that good stuff, it comes along with it. At the end of the day, we adults. And if you're going to get on YouTube and sell your stuff, sell it. If you're going to get on YouTube and tell people stuff, tell them. But when you dealing with something that is based and 100%, 1,000% rooted in empirical data, biology, science, like aquariums, you can get mad. Well, you can, but it's not a good look to get mad when people bring forth the facts. And unfortunately, because this is social media, it is 1,000% feeling oriented. This shit is driven off of feeling. So we in a pickle off the rip because we own a social platform that's feeling driven, talking about that empirical data. Oh shit. So,
man down.
I know, right?
Well, while he gets his stuff, I just want to real fast. Yeah, like he said, I just want to add on. It's not about race at all. It's not about excluding. Like he said, it was about including. And I mean, if you've seen my channel and me talk, I always said the reason why I even started was because I used to watch two individuals. One was a Puerto Rican and one was a white dude. But I related to them. And when they got off at the same time, they left at the same time. I was like, well, damn, what about people like me?
Right.
And I was like, if I felt that strongly about it, why don't you stop crying about it and be that person to influence other little Aquafunks and other little warriors and other little Mexicalis, to let them know that, hey, this is just not a one color show. You can do it too. Get that out of your head. Get that out of your head, black boy, brown boy, whatever. Get that out of your head, and if you feel intimidated from some of the mumbo jumbo that you, and when I say mumbo jumbo, I'm talking about fish jargon that you hear that comes out of the mouth at some of these pet stores. Watch my channel. I'll explain what they're saying to you so that you can follow along and have a conversation with them. Yeah. That's all.
No, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
That's it. That's like all three of us. It's all Jorge. I'm for pushing on blast, Jorge. Jorge be recruiting people.
Yeah, he be like, yo, check this person out.
People. And we laughing about it, but it's so true.
I love it.
And this is for the babies. Hey, just go get them books. Don't let nobody, in Texas, we call it tall talking. Don't let nobody tall talk you out of some shit you want to do. Mm-hmm. Latin is just Latin. It's a dead language for a reason. Everybody don't got to say snuffleupagus, fluffaluffagus, bruh. It's all good. Go read them books, babies, and get them damn fish. It's cool. Y'all country ass has been out there playing in the mud, catching minnows and worms and all. Y'all know more shit than you give yourself credit for.
That's right.
Stop being so self-deprecating because you got some punks on YouTube who ain't never had no friends and shit, and it's the most attention they ever got in their life because they got a gimmick. Mm-hmm. Bruh, you more than that. You way more than that. You have so much more value. And we, like I said, we the ones in the front with the damn machetes blazing the trail. So y'all can come on. Because I need y'all experience too. Y'all coming up in this shit new. Y'all see things that I don't see. I'm set in my ways to a lot of things. So I'm already have that informational bias off of here. But you babies coming in, y'all see shit different. Y'all see stuff new. Y'all got a whole different.
Take what we started add your stuff to it,
Yes,
and
right
let's keep
here,
it going.
on my
Yep,
shoulders. Reach
yep,
the fucking
yep,
sky.
yep, yep, yep,
That's
yep,
it.
yep, yep.
So like I told you not to bring them up here. We finna break the internet, bro.
So and I gotta explain for people who haven't watched my live streams or heard, like Mexicali said, that's where I want to be. I want to be with those people who, you know, might be talking crap about, you know, always thought about it, but never quite felt like it was there. And that's where they at. You know, not to mention on my other live streams that I do on the traditional format, I'm talking to a bunch of people who already know what I know. What I'm telling you, I ain't telling you nothing. It's like I call it a circle jerk. You know, I want to get to the people who want to know. Right. And if I have to deal with a couple of, it just so happens I like it. But if I have to deal with a couple of, you know, rowdy little hooligans, then cool. You know, today I answered 3 people's questions. If I were to go live on a regular format, I would not have a question. I would not have helped anybody out.
Right. So
I'm okay with how I'm doing, but I do respect and do have to. So I mean, I'm not trying to push nothing, but on my and Mexicali, you know, I get kind of geeky on my members only. Yeah,
I'm not trying to push nothing.
Sure. No. I'm just saying that's pretty much where you. No, I'm not trying to plug it. I'm just saying.
But there is a geeky side to me. Members only.
No, there is a geeky side to me. I do like talking geeky talk. But I really get excited about getting people. Like I always said, man, it'd be if I'm old one day laying in my deathbed and I'm watching YouTube and some young buck was like, you know, oh yeah, I became a zoologist or I became this, I became that, and it all started out because I watched Aquafunk's channel. I die a happy man.
Bro, that's why I'm busting my ass trying to get these $1,500 is to get these babies is in the jungle is. You feel me? So let me ask you something, and this for both of you, gentlemen. But
hey,
we up here, we clowning because that's how we do.
You know? I need to step down because I need to get going to work. But I'm gonna leave you guys up here.
All right. Oh damn! You gonna leave us alone?
Damn. I don't know if that was smart. So game. Okay. You said this, we laughing about it. It's cool.
Oh damn! Look, I done got this sideways because I.
No, you good.
Nah. Go ahead, keep going.
We clowning.
Yeah.
And you say like you're going to members only because you like to nerd out too.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Why is that a thing?
What?
Why is that a thing? Why do we have to give a disclaimer that we are about to go outside of the social norm, and it ain't gonna be no yo homie G doggins. I'm gonna actually show you.
Unfortunately, man, I think it's
fucking standardized education work. Why is that disclaimer necessary? Is it to soften the blow for you? Because you're dealing with the self-consciousness of knowing that this shit exists and is prevalent? Or are you cushioning the blow for the people who may not necessarily know that in order to be successful in something like aquariums, you have to be smart as shit? Or,
all right,
like,
so
what is it?
I can tell you why I do it. I do it because I know what their I don't want to say expectations of me, how people view me. You know, and I mean, and it's true. I've come through this situations where people's like, what is this? This is not what Aquafunk does.
Okay.
Because they're only used to seeing that one facet of me. You know what I mean? Right. The wild. So sometimes I see the disappointment, and I know it'd be like, so what if they're disappointed? Do you, boo boo? Do you? But I see it. You know, they're like, what is this Aquafunk being all serious and stuff about? What's that about? You have to excuse me. I'm just getting my stuff together because I had it all twisted up. But sometimes I feel like I have to give a disclaimer and be like, okay, just so that you know, you got to get ready to see something different. Where other people don't necessarily have to do that, but I do.
Right.
That's why I do it, because I know what people assume they're gonna get when they come to my channel, and if it's something different, then I know that there's a sense of like, what the WTF,
Right.
this is not what I came here for.
I'm about to really hurt some feelings now. So we talking about facts over feelings. We talking about influence, and now, what role do you think YouTube has played in basically making it to where the only way we think we can be accepted is to get on the internet and act like a goddamn court jester? All right. So let me run you a scenario to where I'm a hobbyist. I'm into fish aquariums. I got my holisticness on. I'm happy to the motherfucker. I done just got back from Petco. I got this 29-gallon starter kit. I'm about to slap it up. Right? So you get on the old Google machine and you get to Googling because you want all the euphoria, bro. I want every drop of this happiness, bro. I'm finna have a YouTube video playing. I'm finna do it. I'm finna immerse myself in this moment because that's what it is, a hobby. Like, shit, y'all stoked. You feel me? You got everything. You get on YouTube and it's blatant. You got people who you end up watching because they funny as fuck and they just have fish. And then you got people that you watch because that's the real information. The real information. So how much do you like YouTube? How much do you think influence has on that to where people, and I'm talking about grown ass men and women, getting on the internet, which can be viewed publicly forever without indemnity, and act like a damn fool, and then in the same breath of air have the expectation of being taken seriously when they trying to convey pertinent information about natural occurring phenomena. It's also known as science. That's our explanation for natural occurring phenomena.
I'm so happy you asked that, because it's something I struggle with on a regular basis. I have no. I know 100% fact. A lot of people, in my opinion, think that the creators drive the viewers, when in all actuality, it's the complete opposite. The viewers drive the creator. How many channels? Okay, so how many channels have y'all seen where the and you can use mine as an example, where if you watch my first video, straight lace, flat line, information. But from making videos, you start noticing, in order for me to grow and reach a larger audience and help more people, I gotta feed the beast. I gotta give them that clown. So I'm always really struggling with riding that line of entertainment and information.
Right.
Now, if I were to go straight into entertainment solely, because that's what the viewers want.
Right.
The viewers, look, and everybody in the chat right now, we all consider ourselves serious fish keepers.
Right.
But we occasionally watch that channel, that BS channel. I found this axolotl in the ditch in Florida.
Right.
If we wouldn't do that,
clicking on the clickbait just to see it. The homie called me and he was like, "Man, I watch shit just to get pissed off." Yeah. And I was like, "Boy, you're a damn fool." And I was like, "Man, I be doing that shit too."
Yeah, but if us as viewers did not watch that channel, that would not exist.
Right.
If us as viewers watched only information-based videos, guess what would take the center stage in the fish genre YouTube? Information-based
video.
Because that's what YouTube is going to support. YouTube only cares about supporting the viewers. They don't care about the. You know what? You creator, you complaining? There's another one right behind you.
Exactly.
See ya.
Let me say this real quick, because I watch off genre. I don't watch fish tank videos, y'all. But I was watching a video of this channel. It's one of them family channels. You know, the wife got her shit, the husband got her shit, and that's them. They just put their life. That's them. And it was one of them videos where it was like YouTube robbed me, and I watched it, and then I turned it off. I couldn't finish it. And so I was like, boy, you neurotic as fuck. If you don't get your ass off the damn TV. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, boy, look at the world we live in, these entitled sons of bitches. You gonna get on YouTube and bitch about YouTube robbing you on YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah.
Still getting on YouTube. So let's talk about psychology and mental health. There's this thing called attention. It's a visceral thing. There's this thing called acceptance. Us human beings are gregarious pack animals. We belong to a tribe.
Yeah, so, we need it. We need it. We crave it.
What we do? We took the model, the classic model. It's a cold game, baby. We gonna make it big in the city. And these bitches so good with it, they so cold with it. Now they got it to where that phenomenon has hit every echelon of planet Earth, and you can make it big in the city from your living room. So you got motherfuckers eating chicken bones, fucking just ridiculous. It has made it to where society has made attention. It ain't money no more. Attention, clout has become the new currency, and it has gotten so bad to where never in humanity has deplorable behavior been rewarded, but now it is being rewarded to the point to where you strive, you yearn to be the biggest piece of shit that you possibly can, just for that feeling. And in the same breath of air, will be buying t-shirts and teddy bears and lighting candles when you shouldn't have came to work that fucking day. And I'm just being real.
100%.
People get tired of crime, bruh. People get tired of burying people, bruh. We sitting up here trying to talk about fish tanks, bruh. What the fuck we need rap beef in fish tanks for? For real. It's furniture. So I'm sitting up here trying to get babies in the jungle, trying to do constructive things with my life. I'm me. The fish tanks are just part of what I have in my repertoire of stuff. But I'm me. And then you get it to where, like, because of this court gesture, don't hurt nobody's feelings mentality, you get my people getting on the internet acting like damn fools. And then behind the stage, you know, well, tell that motherfucker then. What you calling me for? And that's where I'm at with it, because I do have goals. They working. The universe be universing for me. And it's to where it is Pareto efficiency, right? For the greater good. So if we could get away with it, we wouldn't want nobody to get hurt. However, this way, doing it this way, is going to soothe the greater good, and the collateral damage will be minimal at best. And because it is minimal, it's going to be subjective, meaning the people that it do affect, it ain't nothing but a state of mind. Pareto efficiency. So where do we get to where, like me, and I've made that decision. I done called you a million times and told you, I was like, bro, I ain't doing this shit. No, I ain't doing it. And it goes to this. Integrity, bruh. Integrity. You hurt more people than you help. And I don't want to be a part of that hurt, that denigration. It is a beautiful opportunity. I'm not here bitching about the youth. I encourage them.
Yeah.
I'm not here talking about, well, in my days, no. I educate and understand. Nobody likes to be told they're wrong. Nobody. So I made it a point for me to where, nah, I'm not doing that. It's about substance. It's about X, Y, and Z. And then I'm me. Obviously, you trying to make it relatable. So do that. And that's what I do. And I do it very well. Can't nobody do it like I do it. And that's what I was alluding to with Jorge, with the influencer part is, bro, some of these motherfuckers can't tell you an alternative way to you to do X, Y, and Z without pouring this, buying this, doing it. They don't have it because they're not hobbyists. I don't care. We can go toe to toe. It ain't that deep though, because what happens is it starts getting personal. I'm grown. It starts getting personal because, like, at the end of the day, it's just furniture. It's just a dumb fish tank. I don't give a damn about them fish. I said it on YouTube. Fuck them fish. Don't care. I eat fish. But look where we at though, to where now, because of somebody you seen, you think you can go outside of your safety and your AOR, your area of responsibility, which is you, and bring that bullshit to me. And then on top of that, you think that you have the influence to determine, dictate, or otherwise mandate my reaction? That's a mistake. That's a mistake. And that's my contention with this whole thing is there is no hobby on YouTube. There's no hobby. It is commerce. Me and Jorge, Funk, it's a collective of us. We trying to bring the hobby. We bringing the actual hobby to YouTube. I think it's a beautiful thing, social media. I said it before, I'm going to say it again. This is an opportunity. We have never been disconnected ever. So where you can just click on the author of an article and like get their email and ask them questions. I'm telling you, if we'd have had this in the 90s, I'd have tried to figure out a way to be at Dr. Axelrod's funeral.
Dude, I had people from Ireland today, hey, what are you up to? You know what I mean? Ireland. I'm Puerto Rican, born in Brooklyn, raised in VA.
Yeah.
I'm people in Ireland listening to what I have to say.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like all the homies in Australia, all the homies in Malaysia, Singapore. I got kids in India watching me. The DR. You know what I'm saying? And what the damage is we're squandering a perfect opportunity to achieve something great. Conservation is there. It's there. Yeah. Mentorship, it's there. Outreach and education, it's there. What if YouTube channels adopted a highway? What if YouTube channels invested in the plastic monsters that they're putting on the rivers in Costa Rica, all over the world, to reduce the great trash patch in the Pacific and in the Atlantic? What if YouTubers were doing things and it wasn't for clout? It wasn't, hey, I'm gonna buy $200 worth of cheeseburgers and go give it to bums. Hey, look at how pious I am. But what if we interject this to make what is trendy, because it's never going to change? But what if we terraform the trends? What if we make impactful things trendy? Okay, because at the end of the day, I don't have the right to judge another person's motivation for whatever they do. That's not my business. It has nothing to do with me. However, Everybody got eyes and ears that may see and hear. And we can absolutely terraform the internet when it comes to the aquarium hobby. And the whole reason we got on this push, this pathway, is because another legislation came out last year when it did with the whitelist, so on and so forth. And I talked to you about this, Jason. I talked to a lot of y'all on the phone about this. Big Hank, what's up, big homie? White boy Tommy, a lot of y'all. I talked to y'all about this. And my thing was, of course, these lobbyist-backed groups can go and say, ban this, and this, because there is no one representing the hobby at large who has the nuts, much less the brains, to go and say, excuse me, sir, with all due respect, you're full of shit. And then start pulling out abstracts, start pulling out research papers, start pulling out studies, surveys, etc. No, because when you get on the Google and you type in aquariums, Ronald motherfucking McDonald pops up. Of course, we're not going to have fish no more. So, in terraforming the hobby, we're going to the internet anyway. It's here. It's not going nowhere. Ain't no better time than now to get on the front of it. Get on the front of it and blaze the trail and make it to where the internet, social media becomes a dignified, substantial source of information, not what it is now. To where per the standard, when you click on the internet, when you click on YouTube, Rumble, whatever, and you see somebody that is purported to be a hobbyist talking about their hobby, baseline, that the information that they are giving is sound and valid based on their experience in the hobby thus far. And knowing that you have to cross-reference and reflect on that and make it work for you how you can. It ain't about saying, hey, you was wrong. Fucking you spelled the word THE wrong. You were supposed to cross the T at a 45-degree angle with 72% pressure on your pencil tip. You put 73, you're a piece of shit. I'm better than you. Like, we're not here for that. But that's what we got. How do you deal with that right there, Funk? That mentalness of, I just want to talk about fish. I just want to have my own brand of angelfish. Like, why I gotta be all this? Why all this other? That ain't nobody business. How you deal with that?
I always feel like somewhere somebody feels like they should have a say so in what I do. I feel it every once in a while. I hear a comment or I see it, and I'm like, are you telling me that that's what you demand of me? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, if one person say it, maybe there's more out there. So I do take that in a stock, like, okay,
right.
I hear this coming. So like I said, it's a balance. It's a balance, and you could lose yourself completely and go all in on what the mob wants you to be and what the mob wants you to do, and this, that, and the other. I feel like I could look at myself in the mirror when it comes to my channel and be proud.
Right.
You know what I mean?
As you should.
When the day comes that I can't do that, then there's some serious decisions that have to be made. But as far as like you was talking about, you know, making a difference in the world and all that stuff. I've always felt I've always grown up with like this new format. They ask me really personal questions that they don't normally ask on the traditional live stream format. Like people was asking me like, do I believe in God? How I feel about Israel and Palestine. They asking me all this stuff, right? And I keep saying the same thing. Abortion, they've asked me about. I keep saying change starts at the dinner table.
Yeah.
My hopes is that I raise my children with my beliefs. They go out into the world. People see them and how they live their lives, and ask them their beliefs, and that's how real change happens at the dinner table, in my
That's
opinion.
dope. Nah, peep game.
So you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I do have beliefs. I do disagree with a lot of stuff, but I only could control what happens under this roof. You know, I could use my platform as some type of, you know, crusade, but I think that's all. I don't think it's long lasting. I think it turns into a fad and fizzles out.
I ain't with the crusade, and Jorge was like, I don't want to be a missionary. I just want to hug babies and cry.
Yeah.
Shit.
I just hope people watch me. I hope people watch me, listen to me, and make their own decisions from that. You know, I don't want you to take everything I say word for word. No, that is not what it's about. Do not say, well, Aquafunk said this, so I got to do this.
Something you said hit me. They be pulling up, asking you a lot of personal questions on this new platform that they normally wouldn't ask.
Yeah.
Let me say, the proof in the pudding, baby. Don't I always say that?
Yep.
The proof is in the pudding. Peep game. These people are investing their time, money, energy in you. They want to know if that investment is an ill-informed investment or if it is a sound investment that they are going to continue to invest into you. Be it, well, I'm investing in this cat. I resonate with him. I like him. I don't know why, but I do. Shit. Let me see how he aligns with me on these topics. Let me see how he aligns morally, ethically, etc. This goes back to the baby duck syndrome. Simply because that phenomenon ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Of resonance, meaning I'm going to align with you. I'm going to make this allegiance to you with my investment of time. I want to make sure I'm not getting bamboozled, right? So when you pair that phenomenon right there with the baby duck syndrome, you get this cult-like behavior. And hold it real quick and stay on the cult part. And
I am.
From that
Definitely.
cult-like behavior, right? Then you get somebody like me. And I'm like, objectivity, science, blah, blah, blah. And it's, you know, bajando mi calentura, you know? Like, and that cultness, right? That's the drive. That's the catalyst. That's the glue, I should say. Not the the glue. Mm-hmm. That's what holds this whole shit sandwich together is that cult-like behavior, because you have these two parts right here. You got baby duck, spurned from a genuine interest in knowledge, education, sharing, feeling good. Then you got investment of time. Is this a sound investment? How do you align with my values? How do you align with my values? So, if y'all will remember a few streams back when I said if you want to be a hoe, be a good one, open an orphanage, that part. This is why I said that. Value. Because it ain't about fish tanks. Okay? Anytime you put your shit in front of something that you're supposed to be on TV for or whatever you're supposed to stand for, but the majority of it is your shit, then it ain't about that thing. It's about you. And a lot of people will pull up because it's fish tanks, but something about said person resonates with them on a deeper level. And they start cult following them. And it ain't about fish tanks. So when I go into a chat and I say something and the peanut gallery eviscerates me, because, you know, they got to protect the cult leader, that's the proof of where we're going, which is why I found it like the only responsible thing to do is what we're doing now. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like with that cult part, go ahead.
All right. So I got
so
much of that. So okay, here we go. You said, and this, and I'm not disagreeing with you on any of this stuff. I'm just kind of dissecting it, trying to figure it out piece by piece. I did a live stream. Yep. Say Aquafunk on there. On the description, it talks about keeping aquariums and hobbyists and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
But people, like you said, for some reason, they got to go, okay, I came here for fish. But now I got to know more.
Right.
What does my religious beliefs, my political beliefs,
right,
my social beliefs have to do with the aquarium that you asking about?
Exactly. I don't give
Why does it have to get so?
I don't give a fuck.
Why does it have to be so tribal? I am sure I can. And here's the thing, I did a response video. I watched this one dude. And he's a political channel, and he was like, if you have a channel, then you need to get into, no matter what channel you have, you need to get in on this game of the politics. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I come to your channel when I want to listen to politics. I go to his channel when I want to know about fish. I go to their channel when I want to know about this.
Great.
I don't want to go to a channel about fish and have God or politics thrown on me. I'll unsub immediately, bloop, even if I believe in what you believe in. That's not what I'm here for. Bang. And I did a rhetorical I did a reaction to that. He complimented. And anyway, my point is, I said in that video, if you want to know my beliefs, all you have to do is watch me long enough and listen to me long enough.
Pay attention.
You will know how I feel on certain, just by the way I present myself, and then that's how I affect change, is by presenting myself in such a way that I represent my beliefs without you even knowing, without you even asking,
Basically.
But people do go, yes. And like I said, I'm sure that I know that they're out there. And I'm sure that there's people that I'm subscribed to that I watch that I don't agree with at all,
right,
when it comes to religion or politics. And unfortunately, I refrain from asking or looking too hard into it because I'm afraid I'm going to fall into that trap where I'm like, oh no, he believes in this when it comes to abortion. Oh, no. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm human. I could very well possibly fall into that.
Fish tanks was a lie, even though
don't matter.
Biology.
Never doesn't make a difference because he feels like this.
Get the facts all fucked up.
Because he voted for so and so.
Right.
He don't know nothing about fish tanks. Right. So yeah, I don't understand. I guess it's just the stupidity of humanity.
I wouldn't call it stupidity. I would call it arrogance and hubris.
Yeah, I'm not as I'm not
you.
Yeah.
Act like you. Who the hell told you to exist? Where your mama at?
Yeah.
So real.
I try my hardest to stay away from that. As come, I will not talk about religion or politics. I mean, shoot, I got a song that I put at the beginning of my live streams now, and it's an AI generated Joe Biden Donald Trump song, I don't know how I found it, but it's Aquafunk. It's an Aquafunk song. I don't know how I didn't create it. Somebody else created it. And I joke around saying I'm the only one that can bring, peace to the world. Because I can get Donald Trump and Joe Biden to sing a duet for me. But
I mean, look, at the end of the day, this was the top. Facts over feelings is the topic. Mm-hmm. Look,
feelings always went out.
Aquariums is a niche thing.
Yeah.
I mean, juxtaposed to the rest of the genres on YouTube, the pet genre is niche. And then with the pet genre in and of itself already being niche, aquariums goes in its own niche, and then there's a zillion facets of that niche alone. Because you got your fighting chicken channels, you got your bulldog channels, you got all them channels. You know what I'm saying? But the aquarium niche is different. And on top of arrogance and hubris, because I'm going to say stupid, I would say also it's human nature, right? But it's ego.
Well, you're more elegant than me with your words. I'm just going to go ahead and keep it gutter and say they stupid. I'm going to say I'm going to keep it gutter and say they stupid. You're more elegant.
It's ego.
Yeah,
the same thing that makes people want to know how you feel about abortion and so on and so forth is the same thing that makes people take information the way that they take it, if they take it at all. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the point is not to bash nobody or trash nobody down at all. The point is making a place where conversations can be had, because at the end of the day, all the airtime is being gobbled up, and ain't nobody doing nothing about fish. So me and Jorge thought it was a good idea to do this one today, simply because we've been pushing something fishy at Lily Theology. We've been pushing that database. We've been pushing Dr. Anthony. We've been pushing the Aquarium Expo. We've been pushing all these different things that are actually gonna benefit. And the reason I say that is because you can't eat love. I mean, ideas are just that, but without action, that's literally all it is an idea, it's a thought. To get stuff rolling, to get stuff put in place, you need money. I say this to my kids and all the time, like, you can't eat love. Like, I don't care how you feel, but you can't eat love. So with that, it is, I'm reading what White Boy Tommy say. He say topic is facts don't care about your feelings. And it's funny. I know what you mean. And you're right. Facts don't care about your feelings, but I care about your feelings, which is why we have this topic. It ain't about hurting nobody. It's about being responsible and sometimes doing the unpleasant things so that we can all lay down comfortably and enjoy. It is uncomfortable. It's extremely uncomfortable, but it's necessary. Simply because, I keep saying this, it's a hobby. It's literally just a hobby. And we human beings. People make mistakes. You don't know what other people have on the other side of the coin. And I'm like that to where I might not rock with you. I might not even care for you a whole lot. Like, I don't really care for that cat. Because people will be like, hey, man, have you seen such and such? I'll be like, man, look. And that's that. Because I ain't with the gossiping. Like, look, bro, I ain't finna say nothing. You do what you do. But in all transparency, I don't fuck with it. Have I not said that to you before?
Yeah.
Like, and I ain't rocking with it. Why? Look, bro, I'm not getting into that. I've been keeping fish for a long time. People talk. Done. And unfortunately, that finds its way into the hobby. You know? But I care about people's feelings. I'm not finna trash on nobody. You feel me? Like,
so
you don't.
with all this that was talked about today, with Warrior Planet tanks and Fish Plancy Month, if you can start over again, knowing everything you know now about people's trends on how they think, viewers on how they think, what they say they looking for, opposed to what they really looking for,
I'm gonna tell you.
what would you do? What would you do different? I mean, you got two different channels, two completely different channels, in my opinion. So
what would I do different?
Where's Fish Plancy Moss going from now forward, and what would you do differently if you started Warrior Planet over again?
So if I started Warrior Planet tanks over again,
knowing everything you know up to this point.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I started everything over again, I'd have stayed the same. Go look at y'all, and for y'all to get the context, go look at this video on my channel. I just re-uploaded it for the people. It is it's just music on there, and it was low budget, no budget. It's an automatic tank. It's full. It's loaded. Ain't nothing on there but some Walmart under the cabinet lights. Straight up. I think they're like American Freedom or whatever that brand is. The ones from Walmart. That's the only thing on there. And then I jerry-rigged a reflector with some Gorilla Glue and foil paper. But that's it on the top of the canopy. I would stay the same. Meaning this. I fell into all the traps that we have talked about today, the creators fall into on YouTube. Even to the extent of I almost fell into that trap, and I clowned myself on a few streams here. Hey guys, and all that bullshit. No, that ain't me, baby. Won't move like that. And then I got I guess what you would call, I found my groove, and I'm just me. And if I had to start over again, I wouldn't censor. I would not self-censor. I have done you guys a egregious disservice because y'all have not seen a fraction of the shit that I am capable of doing, have done, will do, except I haven't scratched the surface. My best video is not even scratching the surface of what I can bring to this arena. And Uncle Fuzz, you ain't shit for asking me this. And everything that we have discussed today is that. You know what I'm saying? Why we self-censor?
Stop for one second.
Why?
I'm going to let you continue from why.
Go ahead.
But just for 1 second, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy that you bring that you say that, because my channel has been a little bit more concentrated as to my beliefs, because even Biz will tell you, like, Aquafunk don't give a fuck no more. And I'm sure you came from the church.
Jay going crazy. What the hell he doing?
You came from the church.
He got a plan.
Yeah. No, you came from the church, so you're gonna know exactly. And this goes to your self-censoring thing. So you can go ahead and go in on that. And I feel you right now. As soon as I say it, you can just y'all might want to put this on mute. I'm gonna let you know after he hears what I have to say. Because you are neither hot nor cold, I spew you from my mouth. The people that make it are the people that are either hot or they're cold. It's the ones that are trying to ride that line and play it safe.
Yeah.
Stay in this rut. And it wasn't until I was like, you know what? I don't give two
Yeah.
ducks no more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out there and say this,
Yeah.
that, and the other because that's how I really feel.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm putting this comment up. P game. Hot nor cold. So that's that influence shit. What I was talking about, like why do our people think that the only way to be loved, to be accepted, to earn that investment of attention is to get on the internet and act like a damn court gesture when you're supposed to be presenting something that is halfway serious? I mean, you need some level of maturity to explain the nitrification cycle in an aquarium. I mean, I ain't trying to say everybody got to be an L7. Not at all. We know what we talking about. How, because of whatever reason, and there's a zillion, people fall into this slump of getting on the internet and being a damn court gesture. And then I watch it. I watched it die inside, dead inside, because they know that they going 1,000% against their integrity. And low-key is heartbreaking. And then the Taurus in me kick in and I laugh. But I'm like, boy, he's dumb. And it is disheartening. This goes to one of my 5-minute daily talks that's on the internet. And I asked the question, you think you enough? You enough? Are you enough? Just you. Do you have what it takes? Are you enough? Why? Answer that question. And then the reason I asked that question was this. It's the sadness. It's the sadness. It's the sadness of knowing that you're amazing in something. It's the sadness of knowing that, like, it's badass. But it's the sadness of having these voices lie to you and tell you you're not enough, right? And then you reinforce it by getting on the internet and you see this channel or whatever, and it's this dude or woman, whatever, and they got all these people lavishing their ass, just worshiping the shit out of them. And you watching it, and you're like, hell yeah, finally, I'm somewhere. I rock with fish too. And then you get in there, and it's like, wah, wah, wah. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, you get a YouTube channel. And you thinking to yourself, naively, of course, shit, if they rock with fish like I rock with fish, and I know what I know, and I'm doing what I'm doing, when I get on the internet, I'm gonna kill them in the morning. And then you get on the internet, and it's crickets.
Wah, wah, wah.
Or you get on the internet, maybe you don't want your face all on the internet for whatever reason. And some people don't necessarily ethnically present with their voices. So you on there and you doing your thing and feel pretty good. And everybody like, when you gonna get on camera? When you gonna get on camera? When you gonna get on camera? And then you get on camera. And 3/4 of your subs, engagement, and interaction go down the shitter. And you ask yourself, was it because I got on camera? And the first answer you get is no. Followed by all the reasons why that wasn't the case. And then you start to rationalize and justify these maladaptive behaviors. And you start to get what I'll have coined social media Stockholm syndrome. And the next thing you know, you turned into a full-blown court jester to where your authenticity is no longer intact. You're not even talking about fish no more. They just in the background, so you're not a complete liar when people pull up to your channel expecting to see and learn and engage in a hobby that they care about, which is fish, which goes back to the question of why you don't think you enough. Why you think that just because I'm this ethnicity or this gender to be accepted in society based on the societal norms, I have to act this way. But then in the same breath of air, you see the courageous individuals who understand and realize that wolves don't need shepherds, and they break the fucking mold. And you feel disgusted. You mad at yourself. And then, before you know it, they court gesturing too. So to get on the internet and have these conversations, I think it is extremely important. Once again, the fish tank ain't nothing but furniture, man. But act over feelings, man. Everybody's feelings is real. So it comes down to that responsibility, that level of maturity that's required. Going into an undertaking like getting on the internet and talking about biology and naturally occurring phenomenons and processes. I mean, do you step out of the box? Do you stay in it? Do you tell them, hey, I wear a size 12, a size 6.5 in hats, and you get your ass out there to shucking and driving? Like, what do you do? So that's what I want to leave it with is, are you enough? Are you enough? If I had to do it all over again, I would not
change them.
Anything.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't either. Shit.
I did it, and
anything.
I did it, and I ain't got squat to show for it except for regret. You
know, and let me say this real quick. Based on that, even worse, people have taken shit from me and fucking ran with it. And the crazy part about it is people will be so quick to be like, and Jorge said this. He was like, man, at first I thought Steve was crazy. No, he's not. Look, man. Nuance, right? Say we in school, okay? And the teacher say, well, y'all extra credit assignment this weekend, I want everybody to draw a picture of a northern cardinal. No, y'all little badasses go home that weekend and y'all get y'all World Book Encyclopedia. And some of y'all good at drawing, y'all gonna freehand it. Some of y'all don't care. Y'all gonna do your best anyway because you got integrity. And then some of y'all gonna go get that tracing paper and lay it over that pretty ass picture in that encyclopedia and trace the shit out that hole. Now, nuance dictates that they all pictures of northern cardinal, but ain't not one of them the same. So when I say that bitch took my shit, I ain't crazy. I ain't lying. I don't care. I'm just being Captain Obvious. You the motherfucker that took it, not me. I know what I made. Don't gaslight me. I ain't crazy. I put my signature on it. I put my stank on it. And it's low-key flattering and insulting at the same time to see people trying to forge my signature.
I'm on the flatter side. Yeah, I've always been on the flatter side.
You feel me? But it's both, really.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When I first started, I did a video that did really well when I first started, and then 3 other bigger YouTubers did it within the same week, and I was like, that can't be a coincidence. But that was the flattery, and that's what I'm getting at.
It's theft.
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting at. I'm gonna make that known.
Yeah.
Imitation is flattery. I'm talking about
Forgery is
pure,
theft. I got you.
unadulterated
I got
forgery. We
you.
don't even try to show that they didn't get this shit from somebody else. And I'm a tourist. I got receipts, okay?
I feel you.
With you, I will dox your ass.
With me, I'm like, yeah, you welcome. You know what I mean? Because I've never been the type that I needed to prove anything to other people. If I know the truth, I could go about my business. You know, I see somebody taking something like, I mean, like for instance, you know, me being all loud and outlandish and all that. I mean, I'm sure there's been other people who's done it before me. But I also think it has an influence on other people that has come after me. So when I see it, I think
no fish tank video like a rap video till I did it with a whole fucking camera crew and everything.
Yeah.
Say that.
I feel you. But what I'm saying is when I see that,
like
I don't go
to LA Film School and can look at techniques and shit, bitch.
I just take it as a compliment. Be like, yeah, you welcome for that one. I'm gonna come up with some more stuff for you to copy. That's how I think. But that's just me.
That's why
you know what I mean?
Terraforming the internet. But let's call a spade a spade. Why we gotta be scared to get on the internet and talk about it? Y'all doing it. Let's talk about it then.
I giggle about it. I be like
that's all I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I know.
Get butt hurt? Who trying to hurt somebody's feelings? We want to talk about Coptodon Cote. We want to talk about photosynthesis. We want to talk about immerse growth. We want to talk about blooming. You know what I'm saying? It's just empirical data.
Yeah.
What does my vernacular, my clothing or appearance have to do with any of that? If I'm presenting the information.
And that's why
that can be obtained. That's it.
And like I've always said, I've said it from the beginning, I've always been impressed by you because, you know, no matter how woke or whatever or liberal or modern thinking we are, when I first saw you, and I heard you, I heard your accent, your country accent, I saw the teeth, I saw the lines and all that, and then I listened and I said, oh, snap. Okay. And I fell into the same trap that we all put ourselves. Minorities are almost the worst ones of putting restrictions on ourselves. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. 100%. We put our own barriers up. And I was like, oh, snap. Okay. And then after I got done, I'm like, why was that a surprise to me? Why should it have been a surprise to me?
Didn't I tell you that on that conversation? Like one of them first times you had called me, and I was like, bro, why do we live in a world where I gotta be a goddamn phenomenon?
Yeah, you're right. Like, and that's what I'm saying about like my channel. People gonna see you and they're gonna talk like you, and they're gonna come from the same place you come from, and they're gonna be like, oh, Dip, I'm not the only one.
Right, and until you walk 10 steps in either one of our shoes, don't gaslight me and get your fat ass up here talking about, oh God, don't make it about race.
Yeah.
Just don't watch the shit then. Go sell your stuff.
Yeah. But that's why I've always been a fan of you, Steve. You know that. And I've always told you why. I think you're a great representation for people in your demographic. I'm not talking about just color because there's different demographics within the color.
Right. I'm
talking about people who come from where you come from, came up, how you came up. Yeah. So, they out there. They out there.
Well, it's coming. It's coming. And I want to say I had a part to do with that because I'm seeing this shit all over Instagram. I'm seeing it all over everywhere. People like little country homies coming out talking about stuff, showing worms out, like, and I'm loving it. And it goes to it goes to the whole thing of me saying the internet is an opportunity, man.
Yes. Yep.
It's opportunity. And it's so sad because where I am now in 24 is not where I was in 2017, 2016, 2015. But goddamn all the opportunities that were squandered because I had to worry about not using profanity. I had to worry about code switching. I had to worry about not looking like a coon to the black people,
Yeah.
and not
Yeah.
looking like an ignorant ass hard R N-word
Yeah.
to the white folks.
So yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that censorship, that mental turmoil. But when you got the complexion for protection, you can just get your stupid ass on the internet and spew out all kinds of irrelevant, non-accurate bullshit, and everybody eat that shit raw and whole and beg for more. And we'll come out with the pitchforks and torches if anybody come with a rebuttal.
And I'm looking at the comments occasionally, and yeah, my channel is definitely for, you call them white trash. He said
my boy Tommy.
Huh?
I'm gonna put it
Tommy.
up.
Yeah, Tommy, and yo, I'm for them people too, because I worked at a pet store. I've seen my coworkers watch people walk through that door, and if they was white but they was looking kind of grungy or stuff like that, I was like, oh god, well, he going, it happens. And that's it's unfortunate, but it's true. And as forward thinking as we all hope to be or see ourselves are, we do it too.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold up, though.
What's that? What's that?
You right. I'm saying now the shit ain't cool. Here's why I'm on the internet. What you just said. Because look, bro, it's one thing, okay, to have to go to a pet store and be dehumanized in person, and then you get YouTube and it's the same shit.
Yeah.
Not cool. So then I said, now I'm gonna make me a YouTube channel. These cats don't even know shit about growing plants. And then it's to where it's like, what's a fish tank for? The whole reason for even having a fish tank is nullified because ego takes over. And now I got to worry about not being too black and not being a coon because I got the PTSD and everybody else that's got fish tanks is crazy. We like to look at them because of the euphoria, the relaxation, blah, blah, blah. So you can't even go to the pet store and not be dehumanized. You pull up on the internet, you dehumanize. All I want to do is look at my fish while I'm sitting up here depressed and try to solve my world problems. I can't even do that. Like, I want to immerse myself in it. It's like, well, this America, frick you in your pet store. I'm going to get on the internet then. I don't even got to. We can mail fish now, blah, blah, blah. You thought you had a solution. Then you got your ass in the fish farm. Wrong. You didn't have no solution. You right back to square one. So that's why we got the channels we got. And that's why we talk about minorities and so on and so forth. Because I thought I had a solution pulling up to YouTube. Not having to go to the pet store and be dehumanized. And be able to talk shit about fish and pick other people's brains to see their methodologies and techniques, which is being in the hobby. That's what hobbies do. And that wasn't the solution at all. Because when you pull up, you got, the Big Five and the Peanut Gallery and everybody else jockeying for a position, trying to fucking be the next person to fill in for the glory hole. Say, motherfucker. So that's where we at. So, like, in a nutshell, I wouldn't self-censor. Because y'all enough. You enough. Like, I don't think that it goes deep enough for people to understand the level of trauma that goes with dealing with this shit on a daily basis. Like, from the time you blow out your candles on your birthday cake, you
want to geek out real fast?
I don't give a damn. From the time you blow out your birthday candles, you're told you're different. Don't do that. Well, why? The other kid, don't do that. Well, why? Don't do that. And it just becomes you fish tanks has always been my escape from that. And I'm not letting it go. That's why we doing what we doing. What you got? Because
Hold
I'm about to
on.
wrap it up here in a minute. But we'll know
Nah, we need to talk about some stuff right fast.
All
so
right.
I ain't never bred Tanganyikas. I ain't never bred Tanganyikas. Man,
What you got,
I wish
Bacardi's? What do you got now?
I
don't remember.
Cows. I mean compressor set. Oh man, this is terrible quality. But I ain't never once bred comps or compressor seps.
Okay.
And I got this tank. I only show it for my members, but I got some stuff happening. Now that one right there, look at that shell. You see that shell?
Yeah, I see it.
You see?
Yeah. I'm looking at my computer. That's why my eyes are doing that, y'all.
This is behavior that I never seen before from these guys. Right? They just now feel like they're getting. There's a third one in the mix. You see that third one in the shot in the light?
Yeah, I see it.
And I'm just looking at what they're doing because they hovering around this shell. I need to keep my hand. So I've always been one to be like, don't rush to go to the book straight away. Get some of your facts down first. Right. That way, you know when the book talks to you, you know what they're talking about. So right now, I'm just geeking out. What you think? What are you noticing?
Oh, they're definitely preparing a nesting site, bro. It's funny you post this because I have their Rubro Catachromis Turkana. I got the Turkana Jewels, and I think they're the only Rift Lake jewel. And I posted that video. The little heifer made a love shack. The female did. All clamshells around one smooth river stone. And it's the river stone I threw in there as an inside joke for aquascape. And she found that one. And that's a highly prized territory in that aquarium. Like fish die over that spot. I'm so serious. You don't believe me? Ask Jay Watts. But yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I ain't asking Jay Watts nothing.
No, I'm talking about how
he talks me out of getting
beating
fish.
The shit out of each other. Say what now?
Jay Watts talked me out of getting Turkanas. Told me that I shouldn't get it because my tank wasn't big enough. You gotta watch the video. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, I mean,
yeah, look at it.
That's insane, bro.
Oh, no, he's in there now.
So why, Funk? Why you gotta feel some kind of way about sharing this tank? Why we gotta be scared to put tanks on the internet because we don't feel like dealing with the fish police?
No, I'm not afraid of showing this tank on the internet. It's just that Tanganyika fish are so. It's a niche inside of a niche inside of a niche, right? Not only is it fish keeping, but it's Africans. Not only is it Africans, but it's Tanganyikas. So I could spend my time doing a video on these fish for the purposes of educating the world, but ain't nobody gonna watch it because the algorithm ain't nobody looking for it, so the algorithm doesn't push it.
You answered my question anyway.
You know,
that's what I was getting at.
Yeah,
it's like we know what. And that's what I mean. I would not censor nothing because but then juxtaposed to that, you got people that can put a soup sandwich on the internet for real, and it blow up like thousands of views in half an hour, and then it just exponentiates after that.
Yeah. All right, let me flip
close that window.
I'm trying to. Oh, I can't close the window. It's a screen over it.
Because of the thing?
Yeah, I can't right now.
Oh, it ain't nothing to do it then. But no, that was it. I mean, I feel like since y'all been here for this whole thing, I would be kind of remiss if I didn't show some fish just to make everybody feel better. And that's the beauty of aquariums, bro. Because they do make you feel better. Now, I just have to stand my phone up.
I'm be here all damn day looking at this damn tank. I got shit to do, and I ain't gonna do it.
All right, so let's do the back camera. Boom. Okay. Can y'all see that? It's a glare.
What?
So
Pick it on
this
big.
is my
Can you
big,
put it on
one of
big
my
screen?
things. Huh?
Big screen that sucker.
Yeah, I'll big screen it. Hold on. Oh, that didn't feel good. Computer going. So there you go. Yep. So that's a super red. I got the only thing that don't belong in here is these plecos, but I don't care. I got them in every tank. I like plecos, and I like this is so for this family, right? Y'all go look up the bristle nose plecos, right? Because they'll say like L184 or L181, I think. But really and truly, this it was like one import of some plecos from Paraguay back in the day. And now you got like 4 types of this bushy nose, and they're calling this one type 3 now.
Mm.
But I got the soups in here, and I got Green Dragon,
I like green dragons. I ain't gonna lie to you.
and I got some bell tails in here too. And yes, I got bell tails in here with cichlids. And as soon as I find one, y'all gonna shut up.
I don't know what cichlid is that.
That is in danger. That is Coptodon cote. That is a tilapia. It's the what do they call it? The yellow-bellied tilapia, blue-throated tilapia. They're from Cameroon, from a volcanic lake. Look at that male in the back. They're on fry. I know. Oh shit, dude, that's fry. Look at that black patch down there. See, this is why you got to look at your tank.
Yeah.
Oh my, I'm happy. Look, I don't know. Can y'all see it?
No, I can't see it. Oh, hold on, wait.
See that black patch? That black circle patch? Can you see it?
I see.
Let me. I'm gonna do this. Up to the glass.
I see I think I see what you're talking about. Is it on that yellowish rock or whatever that is?
No, it's. I'm gonna find. It's like I gotta thread the needle.
You got a pen or a pencil you could put the point on for us?
Yeah, I'm gonna thread the needle. Hold on, let me get my camera on it so I can thread the damn needle. I gotta find a reference point. There we are. There we are. Okay.
I see a long fin.
See that long fin?
Yeah,
Look
a
at
tail.
that VT. Look at that VT. And this is fish tanking shit. Getting lost in it. Looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so see the substrate?
Yep.
To the left, there's a dark circle behind it that's all fried. Wiggle it. Oh my God. They did a big ass clutch. See the substrate? There it is. See that dark circle? I got it. That's it. See that dark circle?
I think I see some motion inside of a cut.
You see that cut? Look in there.
Yeah.
You see where the sand's at?
Yeah.
And then
up above it
immediately.
Yeah, that jet black. Okay.
All black, yes.
Yeah, I think I saw something.
That whole circle. That's all fried, baby. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Flexing.
That's what's up.
Hell yeah. In danger too.
So hold up. Wait. Back up. Are they fry?
Them look like wigglers to me.
But aren't they supposed to be in a cave or something like that?
These are tilapia. They don't cave.
Oh, they're tilapia. They're the tilapia. Yeah. I thought you was talking about the plecos.
No.
Okay, yeah.
I don't care about the plecos.
Oh, okay.
I don't care about them. I mean, I do, but
I thought it was the plecos the fry. Plecos fry. All right. Because I was about to say we got
that's the Cares fish.
Yeah, I was about to say we got a phenomenon. We got plecos breeding outside of caves and stuff. You got something.
No. and that's what I'm saying. Like we was talking about like the CARES Act and all that stuff like that. Let me get you back up here. When we were talking about the CARES fish, Gudeids, etc., and then like when Jorge had his his quarter life crisis, and he wanted to change everything. And it was like, nah, bro, you just matured in the hobby.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right. So with that, I've been on this, and I said that, and I was like, man, I don't want to sound pretentious and no shit like that, but a lot of the shit that's on YouTube, like, it's boring to me, in the sense of it's not trash. It's good. It's good content. It's presented well, all that good stuff, but
I got the T-shirt
with me.
I got the T-shirt.
That's it. That's not where I'm at.
Yeah. I mean, look at me. I started out with angelfish, and now I'm doing nano. I got saltwater nano. I got a little planet nano with a breeding pair of cribs. I'm getting a whole nother rack of nanos. So
yeah, then you can get killifish. So that's what I'm saying, bro. We'll talk offline, but killifish.
I got some killies. They won't die. The damn things.
Bro,
every time I turn around, they're in some other damn container of water.
Killifish are gate kept.
Oh, every time I turn around, there is some container with a damn killifish somewhere outside, because I put like, let me put these plants over here for a minute.
Oh, you talking about Heterandra formosa, or
if you say so? They got the black line down the
that's Heterandra formosa. At least killifish.
Yeah, them jokers be for real. I emptied the tank. Ain't nothing but that much water out in the outdoor tank right now.
You still in the same general area? You still live in the same general area?
Yeah.
I think I need some of that collection point. I don't think I have any.
Anywhere out this damn place, the freaking things like I don't even know where I got them. I got some plants from outside.
I don't want to talk shop. That's not classy. Anyway. I don't want to talk business on the internet. But we'll talk about that offline. But, if you don't have anything, I don't either. I would like to leave with this warm thought. I want y'all to focus on the way you feel right now, after having just seen Aquafunk's cichlids exhibiting behavior, after watching me get happy as hell about finding something in my own damn fish tank. You know what I'm saying? Focus on that feeling and embrace it, okay? Because that is what the aquarium hobby is all about.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't got nothing to do with my gold teeth, my profanity, my Texas twang. None of that. It's capturing that feeling right there. That childlike wonder that comes with looking at fish. I don't care how old you are or how long you've been in the hobby. Everybody gets captivated when they walk by a well-maintained, presented, cared for aquarium. It is a visceral thing for us humans to be attracted to beauty.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling. That was really the whole point of the stream. It wasn't to tear nobody down. It wasn't to talk shit. It wasn't to start no beef. It was to say enough's enough. I'm taking the hobby back. Everybody is enough. You enough. Like, it's facts over feelings.
Yeah.
That's it.
I would like to just add one more thing, kind of on what it is, which you like these little hey, look at these fish. Hey, they ain't ever did that before. Oh, look, everybody, look. Some of y'all couldn't even see what was really going on. That was a grainy freaking video that I put out there, and Steve being like, look at it's a black spot, and everybody's in their screen like, see no damn black spot, but he sees. That's the feeling like he was talking about that other people are looking for. So when you go to someone's chat, because y'all know I'm happy-go-lucky with everybody, but every once in a while y'all have seen me get into it with somebody in the chat, and it's always over the same reason. When somebody asks a question,
right,
and somebody says you can't do that, fine, let him say that. But if you have options for that person, you know what I mean, so that they could feel like they can do that, please be that person. Don't be afraid to rub somebody's feathers the wrong way, because they said you can't do that. You can be like, well, you can, but you have to do this, that, and the other. Give them options.
Well, that goes to substance, though.
Yeah.
If you can't do something, that means you can't.
You can't. That's right.
So, and it's good you said this. Look, I always say, this is what's worked for me. That's it. This is what's working for me.
You need to be more inviting
rather than
to people.
And like all the time, people will ask me stuff, and it'd be like the big no-nos. You know, like, bro, you do that, your shit gonna die. Like the big no-nos. You know what I'm saying? And I don't say you can't do that. I say it ain't never worked for me. I've tried it. It ain't never worked for me. And this is why I think it has never worked for me. And what I learned from it never working for me is this, this, and this. And this is what I would invite you to do.
Mm-hmm. Be more inviting, people.
But look, that is back to why people want to know how you feel about abortion and politics and all that shit. Is I need to align with this person. Facts over feelings, y'all. A fact is just that. It's empirical data. That whole thing. I'm sorry, but you probably shouldn't put anything in a saltwater aquarium and expect much out of it if you haven't cycled it for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody gonna argue. Okay. 1 year. That doesn't mean I put it in there, live for 6, 7, 8, 9 months and it died. Well, that means you don't got it no more, bitch. You wasn't successful. Stop lying. 1 year. Let that bitch sit for a year. Kill as much as you can. And then I promise you, after that year, unless you kill it, stuff shouldn't die. That's what I'm saying. But once again, it's fact over fiction. And you're going to get all the people, well, actually. And that's cool. That's what the hobby's for. Us to argue about shit that we have zero control over and see what worked for who.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But no, this was a good one, man. This was a good one. I appreciate y'all. I am going to go live on my channel. I will announce it ahead of time, like I promised, so we can do another fish species profile. I'm going to throw it out there now. I'm working on a project, okay? This project is going to include hobbyists, and it's going to work like this. I'm going to drop a link. People are going to pull up, and we're going to do a jam session, and we're going to fill out profiles for aquarium fish. We're going to research. We're going to compile, and then we're going to document.
Hold up. So
you're
saying
in college and you study, you already know what I'm talking about. It's coming. I'll put it out there. So let's see who does it first. I don't care. But
just to be clear, you're gonna go live and go, okay, we're gonna check out this Turkana cichlid or any fish that maybe don't get a whole lot of shine. And as a group on your live, we're gonna go ahead, research it individually, put the facts on the chat. You're gonna document all these, or people who's had them, document it, and then put it on that thing
on the database.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yes and no. Yes, all the things you said documenting. Methodology, no. Methodology being this. No live. It is, I send you a link to Google.
Oh, it's all
yes.
Like a big, like a mass text.
Members only. Yeah.
Members only
type shit.
Okay.
You get the link. Y'all pull up and we do a jam session. Like I'm gonna like say White Boy Tommy and Renee pull up. Okay. White Boy Tommy will he pick his fish he want.
They change the thing.
Like the bluefin killifish, right? He run that whole shit. That's his jam. Renee, he do the macropotus. He do a paradise gourami. That's his jam. I'm gonna do whichever fish I do, so on and so forth, depending on how many people in the room. And we just jam sessioning, we
That's what's up.
vibing, we talking. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Steve, man, it's saying this about what you think about that. I don't know. And oh yeah, that's a good idea. Blah blah. And then boom, like that.
Mm-hmm.
When it's all done, it's on Lily website. That'll be some of them will be recorded and then presented on YouTube so other people can see it and laugh at the antics. But it's coming. It's going to go through warriorplanettanks.com, not YouTube.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm like disaligning from a lot of stuff because I noticed that in order to get shit done, you got to do it.
Yeah.
You know, when Rico has said what he said a few streams back, and it was true. People always want to complain. People always want to wait for somebody else to start doing some shit and then critique it, then complain, or try to come up in there and take the shit over, and then they run it into the ground. So, I mean, shit, if it's only 24 hours in a day, and 12 of them is daylight, I ain't really got that much time to be editing videos and shit for a bunch of ungrateful bastards. So, I'm serious.
You're right. That's to come on and put this up here. I'm not calling people ungrateful bastards, but
everybody
I just know
that love me, they gonna pull up.
Yeah.
And I make them videos for them. Mandy, Renee, Jeff, Jay Wise, Jeff Kane, all the homies, Larry D. Y'all know who y'all is. I make them videos for y'all. And whoever else watch it and pull up, they welcome to enjoy it too. But yeah, that's what I do different too. Like, nah, I'm not doing that. No, and no again. Simply because I had to take control back of my hobby. Because it got to the point to where I couldn't even goddamn grab a pinch of Rapashi without saying, oh shit, that's content. I got to get my camera. And that's what happened, bro. Yeah. It got personal. It's like, no, absolutely not. This is my tanks, it's my hobby. It's called like, subscribe, share for a reason. So if it's on YouTube under Warrior Planet Tanks, I'm literally sharing it. I don't care about censorship. I don't care about feelings. I don't care about none of that shit. If you worried about your kids listening to my profanity, I'm sorry to inform you, you got a whole lot of other stuff out there that you need to worry about that's way more dangerous. But I'm going to leave it there.
Yeah.
Talking about biology, you know, the occasional, you know, loose one might fly out profanity-wise, but it's constructive stuff that's wholesome. Trust me, you'd much rather your kid nerding out on fish tanks than, you know, trying to do surgery. Just saying. With that, y'all have a blessed one, man. Love all you guys. Shout outs real quick. Renee, Silver Creek. Here, let's do the shout outs. I'm going to do the shout outs. Got to. Damn, that's a lot of people here. All right, y'all go watch me do it, I guess, from my camera. All right. So, let's see what we got here. Damn, there's a lot of y'all in here today. Thank you, bro. I'm so humble about it. Man, that's another thing, too, though, Funk. You got to be humble. Like, people hit me up asking me questions about stuff, like on the ground, and I be like, you know, not like you know, like your face get hot, like you want to cry or something.
Yeah,
because
I'm like,
and I tell them, man, first and foremost, thank you for trusting me enough to give a shit about my opinion.
Putting you at that level.
Mean this much to you.
Putting you at that level. I every time I'm like, really? You want to know what I think?
Like, damn, bro. I appreciate that. So real quick, shout outs to the homies, Aqua Balls, Deb's Aqua Pets, Mandy Pandy, Zen Ginger up in here. YFI, big homie, what's good? Who else in here? Jeff, big homie Jeff Kane in here. Jeff Watts pulled up. Shout out to him. Always good to see you. Big Hank, always good to see you. Mi amor, ¿cómo estás? Te llamo ahorita. Who else in here? Salient Aquatics, what's good?
You love her.
Who else up in here? Garcia Berto pulled up. Shady Grady, what's good? Who else I'm missing? Damn, it's a lot.
I just met Shady Grady recently.
I don't care. Everybody important. Everybody important. If you don't hear your name live, you're gonna hear it on the replay. Damn it. Let's see here. CAR, big homie, what's good with you? I gotta hit you up. I saw you at DM. Who else up in here? Renee, big homie, what's good? Renee had me cracking up because Renee had experienced a similar phenomenon in the chat to where people have started, treating them different. So if you one of them people, you suck. Homer the Clown Trigger, what's good? Nice to see you. Who else in here? I think I got everybody. If you didn't hear your name, leave it in the comments, and I will make it a point to give you a shout out before we even kick off the next stream. And if I don't, hold me to it in the live. With that, if you ain't got nothing else, I'm about to go. I gotta pee. Y'all have a good weekend. Stay safe. Love your fish. Be blessed. I'm out.
Deuces.
Appreciate you for coming up, Funk.
No, always a pleasure.
Already. That should grow.
Yeah, me too.